Takes a while. Sits there and spins and spins. You are live. We are live.
Whoa.
Let me go to the comments.
Oh, that's last week's.
Yeah, something on my neck. Why do I keep getting bit on my back of my neck? Something bit me on the back of my neck again.
Gets caught on your collar, you know.
Something.
Can't go nowhere, and then you get it.
Here, let me put that on. I always ask you to do that. I'm going to let you do it again. Post Cassie's link on my page.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to pick up here. I'm on her page now. It says
Okay.
she's live. There we are.
There we are. There we are. There it is. It just popped up on my Google Chrome. On YouTube. Cool. Awesome. All right, well, let's start this off with a little song, a little music. Tribute Ditch Witch.
Oh, Ditch Witch, show me the light with Uncle Moonshine guiding our flight. Electric in the dark where the shadows dance, healing with the herbs, giving life a chance. Uplifting spirits in a chaotic world. With every remedy, see the magic unfurl.
I like it. That's cool.
Grit and fire, she conjures the night. Her bombs and brews in the soft silver light. Sage for protection, lavender for dreams. In the garden of whispers, nothing's as it seems. Underneath the stars, she brews her desires with every blend she makes. Igniting the fires, Uncle Moonshine sings, strumming his tune, a symphony of shadows beneath the silver moon. Oh, Ditch Witch, show me the light with Uncle Moon.
All right. Well, that's pretty good. It's kind of lengthy. I'm going to have to shorten it up somehow. Figure that out.
Very nice.
What's up, Drummond Son? How you doing, buddy? Been a little bit.
Drummond Son.
It's been forever.
You okay out there, Drummond Son?
Drummond Son staying warm? Well, I think I'll join you on that cigarette there, Miss Lisa. And tonight's episode, I probably got it figured out, y'all, about the video. Probably got it downloaded on my, hey, Chris Hayes, how you doing, buddy? Got it downloaded on the computer so I can share with you guys. In the Kitchen with Oak. We got to start that off with the song. Little reggae.
In the kitchen where the light is warm, Uncle Moonshine waits with a charm. A little pot of herbs on the old wooden shelf. He says, come on in, let's make something else. With a smile on his face, he stirs the brew. Whispers of wisdom in everything we do. A sprinkle of thyme, a dash of sage. We'll blend them together, turn the page. In the kitchen with Uncle Moonshine.
All right. Well, this might be a little lengthy, y'all. I didn't have the time to shorten it up, but you'll get the gist of it. And this is a elderberry echinacea blend that I got. I've talked about it before with y'all. I use it all the time. I love it. So here you go. Without any further ado, let's watch this little video I got. Actually, it's a long video. Pause. Let's start all over. All right, everybody. Hey, welcome to the first episode of In the Kitchen with Uncle. Today, I'm doing a blend that I purchased on Amazon. This is the elderberry syrup kit echinacea blend. This is to help pour it off and keep your immune system up and fight up all those bad bugs from the flu and the cold and all that stuff. So I just recently ran out of what I had, so I'm making another batch and I wanted to share that with you. You get this on Amazon. Elderberry syrup kit, Activation blend. And so basically, it's real simple to do, really easy to make. It's great for the kids. It's got a great flavor and taste to it. Kids like it. It's great, really is. Um, the directions are you combine ingredients, which is in the bag. All the ingredients are in this bag with 4 cups of filtered water. I use distilled water myself. Hey, David Dance. I prefer it that way. Then just bring it to a boil, let it simmer, bring the heat down and let it simmer for 45 minutes with the lid on. I'll be right back. Okay, this is kind of awkward because I'm holding my stand that follows me, but I wanted to do this real quick and show y'all. I don't know if I can turn my camera around or not. Let's try it. There we go. So we've got it to a boil. We're going to bring the heat down and let that simmer. So got it. This is all the ingredients that were in the kit. Like I said, everything comes in there. You got your elderberry and your echinacea. So you just stir it up a little bit and turn the heat down. I'm going to let it simmer for 45 minutes. Once that 45 minutes is up, I'll straighten it out and share that with y'all as well. Again, I got this on Amazon. Look it up on Amazon. It's non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, sustainable, and Colorado family owned. Well,
Nice. Nice.
Contains 100% organic ingredients, elderberries, ginger root, Ceylon, cinnamon, rose hips, cloves. Can you hear that okay? Root, Echinacea ashwagandha, and Echinacea purpurea herb. So there you go. Oh, it's 4.5 ounce bag. Again, you can get it on Amazon. Wish I sold them, but I should start making my own, but I need to get a hold of some elderberry. All the other ingredients I think I have or can get easily. But the elderberry, you know. Right now I got it simmering. I'm going to let it simmer for 45 minutes. I got another 30 minutes to go. So I'll be back. Stay tuned. Let's pause just for a second. I don't know if I mentioned in there on that video that what I used for the water to boil that was distilled water. That's my preference. I like using distilled water, get all the chemicals out that way, and that way you get a sure blend of it. Also wanted to say that with elderberry and echinacea are things that help with your immune system. So by taking it every day, you're going to help fight off and ward off any cold or flu symptoms or things that cause the cold and flu. While we're waiting for this to simmer, I'm going to put a plug out there. MorgansMoonshine.com. Get you some Uncle Moonshine barbecue sauce. You can find it on the website, MorgansMoonshine.com, along with some rub. Really good stuff, you guys. Combine together. Put this on a brisket. Yeah, let it smoke for a while. Then add this to it at the end. Or just use it as a dipping sauce. I got a lot of people tell me they love it just to dip. Use it as a dipping
They
sauce.
do.
Hell yeah. Try it out. Check it out. MorgansMoonshine.com. Order yours today. Yeah. All right. Hey, got to throw out another dig out there. You know, I also got my own candy. Uncle Moonshine's candy. Peaches and cream. Pretty good. Then I got Uncle Moonshine's root beer. And then my granddaughter's Raina's s'mores. That's right. You can get all 3 of them. Check it out. MorgansMoonshine.com. Check it out. Order yours today. Get all 3 of them. They'll be your favorite. Heck yeah. By the way, the candy's made from real moonshine, just to let you know.
Hey, Chip Lewis.
Hey, Chip, Earl. Picking up some
Jason
elderberry and echinacea blend. All right, yeah. Occasionally stir it during that 45-minute simmer time. Just stir it occasionally. Get all that extra goodness mixed in real well. Make sure it's all incorporated real well. We still got a little bit of time left on it, but hey, I'll be back. Okay, I figured I'd do another one. This one's an elixir. This one's, you guys, you hear me talk about it a lot. This is a Lost Remedies kit guide. I get with that kit that I showed you guys before. Let me grab that real quick. Hold on. All right, so I've shown you guys this before. It's the Lost Remedies kit. You can get this on Amazon as well, or they also sell it on TikTok Shop. I think right now it's going for like 140 bucks. I got mine for 100. Hey, got lucky. But I think I'm going to buy one of these and put it in a raffle or one of the contests. What do you guys think about that idea? That way when we do a trivia night, that will be a prize for the winner on trivia. I think that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, back to where I was at. I get so distracted. So with that kit comes a book that tells you all the remedies, comes with all the ingredients that you need. I think there's like 60 different things you can make out of that. And this one's for the throat soothing elixir. And while this is simmering, I figured I'd do this one as well. That way I knock two birds out with one stone. 2 in 1, 2 in 1. So this one calls for 2 teaspoons of lemon balm leaves, which I have the lemon balm. Get the camera here. Oh, I guess I should turn this on to where it follows me again, huh? Maybe. There it goes. So anyway, yeah. Is it going to follow me? Yeah, there we go. So the lemon balm calls for fresh ginger. I don't have fresh ginger, but I do have ground ginger. I'll use that. And turmeric powder and cinnamon powder, along with some lemon juice. 2 tablespoons or teaspoons of lemon juice.
Okay.
Actually, it calls for juice from half a lemon, but I'm just going to use 2 tablespoons. And 2 teaspoons of raw honey, 300 milliliters of water. So let's start off with the water, of course. I got my measuring cup, and I like to use distilled water. So I'm going to fill it up to 300 milliliters.
Super, was Nausen.
300 milliliters of water, put it in my pot. Let me go grab my cinnamon out of the apothecary cabinet. We have to have it, right? Gotta have it. So, I need a measuring device, teaspoon, tablespoon. There we go. I wasn't better prepared. I thought of this in the last second. I thought, hey, I gotta wait 45 minutes. I might as well be doing something else. So, yeah. So we add 2 teaspoons of lemon balm leaves. So we got that right here. This came in the kit as well. And if you have your own, that's great too. You know, I was so fortunate enough that Miss Lisa Day, my co-host, had sent me some, but I'm going to use up what I got here, just because I want to use what before. Not that it's going to go bad, but you know what I mean. There's one. Two teaspoons of that. Seal the bag back up so I don't spill it all over the house. 2 centimeters of fresh ginger. I don't have the fresh ginger, so I'm just going to add some ginger powder. Get it all mixed up real good. And about a teaspoon of that, since it's already ground up. And then a half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. I haven't even opened this one yet. So here we go. Where's my teaspoon at? There it is. So half a teaspoon of this. There we go. Add that. I wanted to pause just for a second. This elixir I'm making up here right now is a throat soothing elixir. It's 2 teaspoons of lemon balm leaves, 2 centimeters of fresh ginger. I used the ginger powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, quarter teaspoon of cinnamon powder, juice from half a lemon, 2 tablespoons or teaspoons, of raw honey, and 300 milliliters of water. And then the cinnamon powder. Let me back over here.
No.
Then we got the cinnamon powder. It was a quarter teaspoon. Thanks, Shadow. 1/4. That's not a lot. This little dash of that. There we go. And that. And then juice. I'm about to mess up here. Yeah, probably ought to use 3 of this lemon juice. 1, 2, 3. That seems like it. 3 tablespoons out of half a lemon. That sounds about right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Now let's turn this back burner on. Turn it on high, bring it to a boil. So, boil the lemon bulb, ginger, turmeric powder, cinnamon, and water in a pot on the stove. That's what we're doing. So we'll get that going. Let that get to a boil. And this over
Hey, John Johnson.
Elderberry echinacea is still boiling. We still got about 10 minutes left on this one. When it's done, that's going to work really nicely. Smells great. It's going to smell up the whole house for the rest of the day, but I love it. It's got a great smell, so yeah. So then back to the throat soothing elixir. So we're going to bring it to a boil. Reduce heat to a simmer and allow it to simmer until the liquid is reduced by half. So, okay. Well, there's not a lot in there, to be honest with you. 300 milliliters is going to reduce it. If I go about half, it's going to reduce it down to 150 milliliters, which is not a lot. What, about a pint or something like that? And then once cooled enough, strain out the plant material, add the raw honey and the lemon juice. Oops, I added the lemon juice before. My bad. Stir until the honey is fully dissolved. Pour the liquid into a glass jar and store in the refrigerator between uses. Recommended dosage. Drink a half to 1 cup to 3 times daily or as needed for sore throat and cough. There you have it. Hey, but I'll come back to this, and when we're done, I'll show you the straining and the process and then the storing. So, hey, why not? Pause here for a minute to say, hey, welcome in Shadow, John Johnson, and Morgan Stewart. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'll get better and better at this, guys. I need to read the instructions before I go through it. I get a little anxious, and I know I'm on camera and stuff, so I go through the steps a little too fast. I add the lemon juice a little too early, but we're going to roll with it. You're right, John Johnson. You're right. That's how it got started. All right, just came to a boil. We'll turn the heat down a little bit. Go back over the instructions. Reduce the heat to a simmer and allow it to simmer until half the liquid is gone. All right, well, we're going to let it simmer. That turmeric, give it that orangey looking color like it always does. What's up, Richard? Man. And then also, after I post this video and y'all watch it, we're going to discuss each ingredient that are in these, how it helps as far as what its benefits are. So I just wanted to make sure that I say that and that y'all watch the video, this video to the end. And then as soon as the video is over during the podcast, I'll go over each benefit of all the ingredients, which is going to be a lot this time around. That's okay. That's what we're here for, to learn stuff, right? Try new stuff, to be better and healthier, wealthier, wise. There you go. can't believe my battery on my camera follower quit working already. Yeah, it's not following me. I swear, I just charged it. Not a good sign. But it is what it is. We'll let this simmer with this until it gets down to about half. Let me turn it back up a little bit, don't I? It quit simmering, so I got to put a little more heat on it. Yeah, I highly recommend this, guys. I really do. This is really cool. Got a lot of cool stuff with it. Got a lot of the utensils that come with it too. The strainers, the filters, it's even got a cheesecloth that comes with it. The measuring tools. One of the things I'm going to be using here shortly is this strainer that comes with it. You set that over your mason jar, or anything for that matter, but just sits right over the mason jar. I'll put my stuff in there, the ingredients, and let it filter out. All the herbs and stuff will filter through this. But it's a great, I'm telling you, I like it. I don't know if you'll all like it. Of course you'll like it. It's got a lot of cool stuff in here. Here's an Amish cold and flu tonic. It's right next to the throat soothing elixir. That's another one I wanted to do. It's got yarrow, rosemary, echinacea root, finely chopped, and apple cider vinegar. I was going to do this one, but I didn't have the apple cider vinegar, so it's like, well, I'm going to have to do that one another day. But since it is flu and cold season, I wanted to go through all these and make sure we covered the cold and flu season remedies to help out, and hopefully it'll give you some ideas and some stuff to look forward to, and even try it yourself. I know myself personally, I love making these things. It's fun. It's better than cooking, if you ask me, because I know these things are going to be beneficial to me. I like sharing this stuff with you guys. So this elderberry echinacea, still got about 7 minutes to go, 5 minutes. I'll let that just simmer a little bit longer. And then we'll start spraying it off. Well, I'll come right back. Go smoke a cigarette and come back to you. Be back in a minute. The home remedies kit, I'm going to do that, not next week. We have a special guest coming on next week, a speaker. But after the following week, we're going to do a trivia night, and the winner of the trivia will get one of those kits. All right, well, it's time to straight out this elderberry echinacea. So I'm going to do that. I just turn the heat off. I'm going to go ahead and let it cool a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to add it to the jar when it's too hot, in the case that it might crack the jar. Don't want to do that, but it's coming along real nice, and it's finished. So I turn the heat off and let it go at that. Meanwhile, the throat elixir is still simmering, so I'll let it go down about half. And then by the time that cools off, that should be done, and I'll let that cool off and straighten it off as well. All right, well, to speed things up, my wife's gonna be home soon, and she's gonna be in the kitchen, so I'm trying to get this sped up and done. I put the pot in the sink with some cold water to help cool it faster. And meanwhile, the elixir still hasn't finished off yet, but hey, it'll get there, right? And just gotta be a little patient while I'm trying to get things done before the wife gets home. Let's stir this up so that it cools a little bit faster and easier, more even. I hate putting my back to you guys, I really do. I need a camera that follows me around. Yeah, it's still pretty hot. Let that simmer some more, or cool down some more, I mean. But I'll be right back. All right, well, I think I got it cooled down enough to where I can put it in the jar without cracking the jar. So I'm going to do that now. I probably should just so you can see it, but I'm mainly doing it by the sink, so if I spill any, it's in a sink. So I'm not too worried about it. Like that. Like that. That's pretty bad. Oops. Use a cup or something to pour it in. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of good product here. So I don't remember how I did it last time. I'm sure it wasn't that way. little something different here. Let's try using a cup and pour it in that way. Meanwhile, I've got enough stuff in here that's kind of clogged up, so I'm going to mash it down and get it all sprayed through. Get the juice, get all the leaves and stuff out of it, and the berries.
Come on, Bubba.
Let that drain down into the jar. Takes a little bit of effort. I wish the camera was a little closer. Maybe I can bring it a little closer over here. I don't know. Let's see if I can do this without screwing something up, like I usually do. Don't have a whole lot of room there. Let me pause this and set it up different. Well, it's not a lot better, but hey, it's a little better. At least this way you can see what I'm doing. Got it in the jar. I'm straining off the liquids after the boiling and letting it simmer for 45 minutes. Then once I get this all straightened out and mushed, I wish I had a better musher.
Better musher.
Hope you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see that. Get it all straightened out. Then what's in here is I'm just going to dump it down the garbage disposal. Still got a lot of juice in there. Dadgummit. I'm getting in kind of a hurry because I don't want to be in the wife's way when she gets home. She's going to be mad at me. Want to put the groceries away.
Make a tea out of it.
So,
Right? They could have done that too. They say you're right.
it's that time of day. So I'll just take this out. Rinse it out real good. And then do another batch of it. In fact, I think next time I do this, I'll use a bigger strainer. So I love this strainer. It's good for low, small doses like what I'm doing with the elixir. This will work perfect for that elixir that I'm working on right now. You guys hear that dog in the background? She sits here and whines and whines while my wife's gone. She just whine until she gets back. When she gets back, woo, 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 woo. She gets so excited when my wife comes home. Let's try this a little bit different this way. Yeah, that way I'm not spilling so much. There we go. That's a little bit better. A little bit quicker too. Good, yeah. So we'll mash this in. I'll turn the camera up now. I just wanted you to get an idea of what I'm doing and how it works in the process. I'll be back.
And I didn't realize it until right after I shut that off. It wasn't a pause. I actually ended the video. But at least you guys got the gist of it. And you're right, John. I've learned other ways of doing that. I just recently bought a new strainer where I can just pour it. The strainer catches it as it goes in, and it catches all the herbs and stuff before it even goes into the jar. So, yeah, you're right. Absolutely. But yeah, you guys get the gist of it. I just wanted to mainly show you what it was and what it was about and how easy it is to make these remedies. We get these remedies, we get recommendations for trying different remedies and stuff. And just like in that kit that I got, the Lost Remedies kit, they're so simple and easy to use. They really are. Every one of them is really easy to do. There's nothing hard about it at all. And I highly recommend it. Just go on to Amazon.com, look up the Lost Remedies kit. I think I got mine. I said $100 earlier. I think I got it for like $119, something like that. Now they're going for $140. So the prices are going up because they're in demand, of course. And they're talking about, oh, you can only get it today at this price. Well, whatever. But, like I said, there's like 60 remedies in that kit, and it comes with everything you absolutely need. and some of it I ran out of. The mushroom, the lion's mane mushroom. I grew my own mushrooms and made my own lion's mane powder. Yeah, you just keep it up. You still have the remedies in the books that tell you what you need for these different remedies. You can always up it. You can always go on Amazon or wherever. If you have an herbal store near you or whatever, go to them and check it out and get stuff that you need to make these remedies. It's not something that's it's not a once and done thing. It's something that can keep going and going and going. And I highly recommend it. Like I said, in two weeks from now, we'll do a trivia contest, and the winner of the trivia who gets the most right answers will get one of those kits. And I haven't ordered it yet, but what I'll do is get the information from the winner, rather than have it shipped to me and then shipped to them, we'll just have it shipped to them right away. You do, Charlotte. Everybody needs that. I'm telling you, I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I said, it comes with everything, and all of it's all stainless steel stuff. It's really good. With that being said, and after that video, watching myself be stupid, let's do a shot. I'll get better and better at doing these videos. And I thought it took me forever. You guys that watch me on a regular basis know I've been trying to do this video for a long time. I did the video, but I couldn't download it on my computer. I only got it downloaded on the computer. And to help me from going through all that hassle again, next time I'll just video from the computer and I won't have to worry about it. Actually, I can set it up to where I can video from 2 different cameras, so that way you get an idea of both for different angles as well. But hey, it's first time. We'll learn from our mistakes and get better and better. Let's back up in the comments here. Let's see. John Johnson, my father told me when he was a kid and had a cold, his grandparents used to give him high-proof moonshine and cover him underneath several blankets and let him sweat it out. I've heard of that remedy a lot of times, John. In fact, my parents used to do the hot toddies, little Jack Daniels and honey and turmeric, and yep, he was good to go. And it did. It helped. It helped a lot. If nothing else, it helped to sleep, right? And then John says when they woke him up, they would slowly peel the blankets off, and he didn't get cold air and undo what they did. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I should show these comments. I'm sorry. That was John's first comment. Or should say first, but when he was talking about the rip of them, the grandparents, and when they woke him. Yes, canning funnels are great. I didn't have one. I just recently got one. Actually, it's a little bit better than a canning funnel. It goes around the pot. It's a little rubber mat thing. It goes around the pot. It's got a strainer. You just pour it and it's done. Use a juice glass next time. Yeah.
Yep.
Good. Charlene says, I need that. Yeah, you do, Charlene. Earl says, that's me. I appreciate you guys watching. And again, I'm going to try to do this like once a month, just to do a different remedy. That one was simmering for 45 minutes, and I was kind of cutting in and out, pausing the video, and then coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And that, on your phone, it'll only pause for so long before it shuts off. So I had to keep coming back. Made the whole video like 20 minutes long, and I apologize for that. But it'll get better and better. And
It didn't seem like it was that long.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes, 21 minutes actually. But it's all good, and I mainly do it just those things just so to show you guys how easy it is. I mean, we talk about this stuff, but hey, all you gotta do is cook this, do this, do this. But if I show you visually and you can see it for yourself how easy it is, you're going to be more apt to do it, because it is. It's really easy. It's not just me saying, hey, this is easy like you see on TV. Oh, easy as pie. Yeah, whatever. Then you get into it, and it takes a day or two, and you can't figure it out, and then you end up throwing the whole thing in the trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all pretty easy. I also said in the video about talking about the benefits of these herbs. Elisa, would you mind touching base on the benefits of elderberry?
Well, the elderberry and the echinacea, they both have anti-inflammatory and antiviral properties to them. So they help out a lot. I heard you said ashwagandha on one of them.
Is in it, yes.
And is in it. And I wasn't quite familiar with that other than stress. And that's lemon balm does the stress relief too. It's called the herb of happiness. But ashwagandha, it said, I just looked it up. I looked up the ashwagandha just to see if there was anything I was missing. And I can't even read my own writing now. For sleep, stress, and it said testosterone, ashwagandha. But it said it might affect the thyroid. So
Right.
if you have thyroid problems, but I had
Shadow,
to look that one up.
Shadow says, cook responsible. No shots while doing medicinal herbs.
But and the echinacea, I understood on yours it used echinacea root. You
Yeah.
can use the flowers and the stems and the leaves, and black-eyed Susans have the same. They're the Rudbeckia family. It has the same attributes. It's not as much, but it has the same. Echinacea is better, but people aren't as liable to dig up their plant and use the roots, because the roots on the echinacea is really minimal.
Right.
There isn't much, and then you're digging up your plant, So you
Right.
can use the flowers and the stems and the leaves of echinacea. Lemon balm is just a happiness. I mean, it smells nice, it's got that happy, you just, I don't know, it doesn't smell like that lemon dish soap. You remember that lemon dish soap? It used to smell and you go, dishes, It doesn't smell like that. It's got a really nice smell. And it's the herb of happiness is lemon balm. Elderberry.
Go ahead, Lisa. I'm sorry.
Well, I was thinking elderberry had something else on it, and I wish I'd written it down. I gotta turn my light on so I can read my own writing. But elderberry had one more. It was antiviral, anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety. That was the other one.
Anxiety.
Yep. I didn't have to turn my light on. I thought of it.
There you go.
But that was the other one, was anti-anxiety. To it. Oop, I gotta push the mute button. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Here we go.
Yeah. The other one with that elixir that I did was the lemon balm leaves that helps with sore throat. But like Lisa said, it also helps with the other things too.
Yeah, it's respiratory.
So
digestion was the other one. It aids in digestion. I knew there was going to be a couple. I forgot. I wrote them down.
That's awesome. Thank you, Lisa. That's awesome. John Johnson says, I have low T. Let me highlight these. Damn, I keep forgetting to do that. I have low T, so anything to help with that without supporting your local CEO, I'm all for.
Yeah, ashwagandha. I had somebody else ask me about that, and I was like, well, I know it helps with sleep and it helps with stress, and but I didn't know that it affected your testosterone.
I ordered some to your comment, Richard. I ordered some last week. I told you guys I ordered some lemon. I couldn't remember what I ordered, but I thought I just got a little bag of the stuff because I didn't need a whole lot. I ended up getting this huge, like 2-pound bag of lemon balm. I was like, holy shit. Man, what kind of environment does it take for either one to bloom?
Lemon balm is wicked easy to grow. It's just like a mint, but it won't overwinter as well. Lemon balm won't as a mint, but it's really easy to grow. And don't let it flower. Just keep chopping it down. It'll keep bushing up. Chop it down. It'll bush up.
They do get very bushy too. Just like
echinacea. Yeah, echinacea is a little bit trickier to grow. It's an ornamental. So it's harder to grow and slower to grow. If you buy, what is it, a 6-inch pot, at Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever your local nursery, you buy a 6-inch pot, you're going to get enough to make a couple of elixir things out of it.
Right.
All season. So you would want to buy a few if you were going to do that to maintain yourself. You would want more than one plant. But they come in all kinds of colors. There's white and purple, there's red, peach, orange, and real simple to grow, but they're slow growing.
It
It's slow.
The other part of Bam Bam's question was in part two of my question is, can it be made into a paste and placed on an extremity of the body to get direct help to that area? I'm not so sure about that, Bam Bam.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so because it would dry out so quickly.
Yeah,
You
there's
know?
other stuff
Mhm.
like what's that salve I use a lot? Is it basil? No,
Oh, rosemary?
rosemary. That's it.
Rosemary? Yep.
Yeah, you can make a salve out of rosemary for your external wounds or bruises or things that are affected like that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Basically, Mark, what I'm asking is the bloom activated by the daylight hours of the day, or are they just a set age that they automatically bloom? No, you're right. It has to have the daylight to bloom. It absolutely has to have it.
It
And
won't wait.
go
It
ahead,
won't
Lisa.
wait until like the fall hours cut down to flower. You know,
Right.
like a pot plant does. I guess is kind of the one people are most familiar with. It'll automatically bloom when it's happy. It'll have the heat. It needs the warmth. It won't bloom first thing in the spring because it's not warm. It won't bloom if it's dry. You know, but it
Good
won't
point.
do it on set hourly clock.
Right.
First, it won't change. It'll bloom right up until snow flies.
I have a couple of orchids that they only produce the smell, the fragrance during daylight. When it gets night, the fragrance goes away.
Yeah. Huh.
Pretty well.
Well, you wonder if things that eat it are out at night,
There you go.
or if it's heat distributed, maybe.
Right. Yep.
Something that might pollinate it,
John
so it can smell it to pollinate.
John Johnson says, I wish I had access to my great grandmother's knowledge without divination.
Without holy interruption or interception. Yeah, we lost a lot of information.
We did.
It's
I
one
need something
whole.
pretty strong. I'm trying to save a put.
Well, but you'd want circulation, so you'd want to make cayenne pepper, red pepper, the capsaicin in it. It increases circulation.
By about 30 times.
Yeah, if you have a sore, you'd want to watch putting it on a sore, especially because it will burn. But capsaicin increases circulation. It gets the blood flow. It'll pull the blood, make it active. If you have a sore on it, you would want to watch that. But castor oil and cayenne pepper. Just rub it on like a liniment. Use a pair of gloves so you don't get any hands, and touch your eyes or anything or go pee. You want to do that. So, you want to wear a pair of gloves or, washing your hands to get that oil off.
Make sure to tell her that.
Yeah. Hey, you learn it very quickly.
Yay. Bam says, we've been grown in a controlled environment that consists of humidity and all. You're right. You're right, Morgan. Most plants to flower need photosynthesis.
Yep. And the ones that don't, they end up white. They don't have the chlorophyll to produce photosynthesis on themselves.
Charlene says the red chili flakes is awesome for chickens, especially during the winter because I can't read, it's too small.
Capsaicin
warms them up on the inside because chickens don't have taste buds. I didn't know that. I didn't know chickens didn't have taste buds. So now there's not eat anything.
But for pain, I was seeing that a lot of people about the avocado pits.
Yeah,
They
I
were
just saw
taking-
something about that recently.
Yeah, and just slicing up an avocado pit, fresh. Don't let it dry.
Right.
Chopping it up into little bitty pieces, and putting it in either rubbing alcohol or high proof alcohol. And a lot of the older folks, they like the rubbing alcohol because it had a cooling effect. So if you have a lot of heat, you know, like an infection or something, that'll pull the heat out of an infection.
Well, we all know what kind of alcohol I like.
Yeah, I'd rather have that kind too.
Bam Bams, I really appreciate this help. We appreciate you coming here, Bam Bam. That's what it's all about. We want to educate and teach each other, and we learn a lot. Lisa and I learn a lot from you guys. We really do. We talk about it after each podcast. We'll sit back and go, holy shit, Richard did a lot of shit going on over there.
Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised when we first started how much everybody knew.
Earl,
You know?
I love this comment, Earl. Explains why chickens are always eating chicken shit.
I was waiting for somebody to say they marinate them from the inside, you know,
Oh,
pre-marinate.
God. That's cool. That's funny as hell. Yeah. Lisa and I really appreciate you guys a lot. We talk about this, and when we come on and we get off, we sit backstage and talk to each other when the podcast is over. And a lot of you guys know a lot of stuff. You guys really do. You guys educate us as well. And love it. Absolutely love it. I learned a lot of stuff from you guys.
Yeah. Those riddles you did the other day, I was wrong on a few of them. I was
Hey,
like,
we
oh, I know this one. And then all of a sudden you'd say it, and I was like, what? Hey,
we gotta come up with some more here in 2 weeks, Lisa. We're gonna have that trivia night in 2 weeks. So
I've saved a few.
Okay.
I've saved a few to.
John Johnson says my mind was going there too, Lisa.
You
Yeah.
tell who's the predator. You know, you're hungry.
Ding ding. Let's do another shot.
I gotta go find another thing to drink.
I'm gonna do a half a shot.
Tim got me some of that Fireball apple.
Oh
I'm
wow.
gonna crack that open again. It's really good. You hit it, you get that apple. Because you can almost smell it. You get that apple, and at the end, when you exhale, you get that heat.
Huh.
It's pretty good.
Shadow says trivia. Why do people say they need hair cut to help it grow? That's something interesting that you say that, Shadow, because I thought about that earlier.
Well, if you have split ends and dry hair on the end, your hair suffers from it. You know, you don't have enough from the root out to get that nutrition down there. So when you trim your hair, you get rid of all those dead spots, and now those hair follicles don't have to work so hard. And your hair will grow better because it's not using up all those vitamins and nutrients to fix your split ends, which it won't do.
Speaking of which, I need to trim. Hair grows from the root, not the ends. Just saying.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
and that being said, Lisa Day had turned me on to a beard oil, which I use. I don't use it often enough, but it does help. What was that? Olive oil and
Rosemary.
rosemary.
Yep.
Very, very common herb. And it's just those two. You just blend it together, let it set for about 3 months, and just keep using keep the rosemary in it. I do. And it
Yeah.
gives you that manly smell too.
I used mine right. I only left it together. I think it was like a week, and I started using it because I made quite a bit. But I had gone. It was before the summer, because I grew my own this summer. But I went to the fresh foods, you know, in the fruit and vegetable aisle. They'll have them little things of rosemary they're only supposed to eat, and you know they haven't been sprayed with all the shit, you know, all the antifungal and all that crap, because it's in the food aisle, the be eaten. And you just chop it up fresh, put it right in with olive oil. I throw some castor oil in there. Castor oil is good for a lot of stuff.
Hey, if it wasn't for castor oil, I would have been born when I was born. Seriously, I was a month late, and the doctor told my mom, go home and drink some castor oil. The next day I was born.
There you go. Yeah.
Just saying.
It's pretty stout stuff. Castor beans are actually pretty poisonous. So you can see the plants and stuff, and everybody's, oh, well, this, we'll grow it. And the castor beans are really poisonous. If you pick them and stuff, you need gloves and until they boil down.
I learned tonight from Lisa Day. I did not know they were poisonous.
Yeah, castor beans are poisonous.
The biggest problem that I find that I'm not running into most of the wild plants need to be grown in a very poor soil. Trying to get that mixture is really hard. Absolutely, buddy.
Yeah.
What I've done in the past, and I haven't done very much of here recently, but when I was into horticulture and going to school for horticulture, you need to learn that soil, whether it needs a good drainage or it needs a clay, whatever, and then grow it in that specific. And it's kind of hard to do. I know it gets costly at times. You got this pot for this soil for this plant, this soil for that plant. It does. It becomes a pain in the ass. But if you really want that and you really need it and want to do it, it's well worth it.
Yeah, just like the mullein. I had all those mullein plants, and I put them all in the garden together and took my time and made sure I didn't put the soil right up against the leaves, and they still rotted. And then I turned around and looked, and some of the plants that I didn't pull up, they were growing right in riprap gravel and big, 2.5, 3-inch gravel. And they were growing up in that because the gravel held it off the ground and let air get in underneath. So the rest of my plants, I took some of that gravel and I put them up, all around. Just they were the white landscape rocks, those little ones. And I put them all the way around my mullein, and they did great.
Cool.
So that was the difference. They like having that rocky lift up off the ground to let the air get underneath them leaves, because them leaves is
aerate, right?
Thick, yeah. They rot easy.
And that being said, and we all know that a lot of times farmers, when we till our gardens or whatever, or crops, when we re-till it, that's what we're doing. We're aerating the roots of the ground so they get more oxygen.
Yeah. Yeah.
John Johnson said, I'm 400 pounds. My mind goes into food too much. Hey, I got that problem myself, buddy. Doctors had to cut me out. And guess I don't want to stop baking. Well, I get you, buddy. Especially if you're baking and you get that. If you're baking a bread, I'm all in. I'm done. I smell that bread baking, and I'm done, man.
Ooh, that smells so good.
Oh my God! Slam it. I use a whole stick of butter. I'm done.
I think Charlene said she was going to do bread. She baked bread. And I was like, oh, I bet it smells so good.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's nothing better than fresh baked bread. Oh my God. Bam Bam says, my grandma thought castor oil cure of everything. Trust me.
Well, and castor oil now seems different than the castor oil we got as kids. My grandma had a little thing of castor oil. It came in a little thing, and that was stout. It was, it sat right next to the cod liver oil. When she opened that cabinet, you went, oh, you didn't know what you were going to get.
Well, that being said, back in the day, you got high concentrate, you got the real stuff. Nowadays, everybody's all about that almighty dollar. They cut back wherever they can and whatever they can. It's crazy. In fact, I just watched a couple of videos today about honey, and I was floored by it. And next week, I'll share that with you guys, or soon. I might even share it with you now. I'm not sure, but is about honey. And I was floored by it. And a lot of these honeys that you buy aren't real honey. It's not raw honey. And I
Right.
was like, are you freaking kidding me? The honey that I've been using in my concoctions, is it real? What the
Well, yeah, or it's been pasteurized. I think that's the other thing that they do to
Well,
it. It's pasteurizing.
right. Or filter it. They filter it too
Yeah.
much and or heat it up, which kills all the good stuff. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's just nuts. But yeah, it is what it is, and we got to deal with it. And that's why I think all of us got more into these home remedies for that very reason. You know, you go to our drugstore and stuff and buy these remedies to help us with our colds and flus and stuff, and it just adds to it or adds to other conflicts or whatever. So these self-help remedies, what we coming up with, they tend to help a lot better.
I'm just trying to think of the stuff I use for fertilizer, and I can't think of the word of it. But it doesn't burn. You can put it on, and it doesn't burn. You can put it like right on the foliage, and it won't burn the foliage. And I can't think of the name of it.
I can't either. Mama B says, my gorgeous sister and crazy brother. Hey, Mama B, love you, sweetheart. Morgan Stewart, Grandma gave us milk of magnesium for everything. I've heard of that too, Morgan. I've heard of that. It's come up a lot.
Something else that gets passed up. My grandfather, he would use Midol
My dog.
because it has pain reliever. You know, it's anti-inflammatory. If you have any water retention, you know, like if you sprain your ankle, you know, it swells up. That's, you know, the water and going around, you know, to protect it, you know. So Midol it's good for men too. I guess it's
Bam
what I'm
Bam Bam says, I use Vermilite and Paramalite in all my soils for the oxygen. I use Gia Green natural potting soil mix with 8-year-old horse compost. All of my plants grow extremely well, and then I'm big on the Fox Farm nutrients. All right. Thanks for sharing that, Bam Bam. Appreciate that.
Just trying to think.
Hey, my other sister. Buy local if you can afford it. Absolutely, John Johnson. Absolutely. I just ordered some. Since I saw this videos today about the honey, and I was floored by it. I was like, what the fuck, man? I was pissed, to be honest with you. So I did an internet search of beekeepers and bee farmers, if you will, in my area. I couldn't believe how many there are. There's a lot. They're all around me. I was like, holy shit. So I found one that's not far from me. Actually, I found 3. 2 are in the city, and I'm like, you got pesticides, blah, blah, blah. You got all this stuff going on. Found one outside the city. It's got their own farm. It's like, so I just ordered 3 2-pound bottles of their honey. It's raw honey. It's wildflower honey. And I said this the other night where I was on somebody else's podcast, and I was talking about it. And if you're going to do the honey, you want to do one that's local to you, not something that's off in another state. And I say this because your body's used to and gotten used to your environment and the pollens and stuff that are around you. So that's the kind of honey you're going to want. It's going to benefit you the most. Believe it or not, if you had a hankering for cursing, it would also cure that.
That's what that cod liver oil was for.
I got you. I'm following up. I'm keeping up with that. That's good, Bam Bam. Earl, castor oil was the automatic cure for the upset stomach before school. Yep.
Yeah.
Charlie says, if it's pasteurized, all the goodness. Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right, Charlene. Once it's pasteurized, all that goodness, all that pollen's dead. All those benefits that come from the honey, it's gone. So all you're doing is you're just adding a sweetener. That's all it is. It's a sweetener. It's crazy. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm so pissed off.
Yeah. Osmocote. That's the stuff I was trying to think of the word I used for fertilizer. It's synthetic, but if you use natural, fertilizer, whether you use compost, the worm
Right.
castlings, all those things,
Right.
it sits there. If your plants need it, they use it, and if they don't need it, it doesn't
They don't absorb it.
fluctuate it any. But Osmocote, that's what I use.
You're right.
You put it down,
Pasteurized-
it grew. Big difference in my garden.
John Johnson says pasteurizing doesn't matter if you're going to inoculate it anyway. Shadow says more like a threat.
yeah.
Are you thinking worm casting?
Yep. No, Osmocote. Yeah, it's synthetic, but if your plants don't need it, they don't use it.
They won't
you know?
Right.
But it made a big difference in my garden.
$15 a pound. It's hard. You're right, buddy. Shadow says migraine 1/4 teaspoon salt under tongue until dissolved. 2 middle 8-ounce glass water, just a quick relief. All right, good to know, Shadow. I've only had a migraine one time, and I was lucky enough it dissipated within a certain amount of time, and I was good. But I've never had a migraine ever since, so never really looked into migraines. John Johnson says also soap. Shadow says Midol. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them, Midol, and there's the other one. One of them has a mood stabilizer in it. Like it, makes you happier. I'm not sure if it's Midol or the other one.
John Johnson says soap will cure cussing. Yes. Yeah, I've had that soap in my mouth several times. I promise you. Oh, Mom, come on. I didn't mean it. I won't ever do it again. Ian, open your mouth.
Well, and back then it was the same soap that your dad washed his ass with. Oh, you didn't get a fresh bar.
No. In fact, usually it was a little one. That's funny as hell.
You just closed your eyes so you didn't see the hairs in
Sorry.
it.
Well, with that being said, John Johnson, black pepper will cure lying. Black pepper will also enhance a lot of your herbal stuff. It helps it a lot. It does. It helps bring it out and makes it more powerful.
Yeah, I was surprised with that. The turmeric. I was like, oh, it increases it, and it increases it. And I was like, 40%. I just thought that sounded good. And it said it increased it 200 times.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So I was way off on that. But black pepper increases the turmeric.
I just came up with a remedy I got off of Facebook. There's somebody posted on Facebook about it for joint health. You guys know I have arthritis and I get all the stiffness, and I started using it. I've been using it on a regular daily basis. It's a real simple recipe. I shared it with Bradenot. He was asking me about arthritis and the pains and stuff and migraines as well too. It's real simple. It's 7 tablespoons of honey, which I got fake honey. I couldn't believe that shit. Walmart's brand is the worst one you can buy. I was like, what? Are you shitting me? I was like, come on, wait a minute. But then it takes a tablespoon of turmeric, a tablespoon of ginger, and just a small pinch of pepper, black pepper, blend it all together real well, and take a teaspoon of that every day. And you're fine. Dude, I cannot tell you, I don't hurt. I move easily. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I talk about this a lot where I say, I show you guys remedies, or at least that I do. And I talk about, well, it's helped me, but it's not this. Oh, this one, it's, oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's got a bite to it, but with the honey in it, it helps. But once I start using real honey, I can't wait for the benefit. That real
Yeah,
honey.
yeah, yeah.
Bam Bam. One of the first things that you have got to learn is to learn to listen to your plants. They will tell you what they need. Just yeah, absolutely. They give the signs. You're right. If you get brown spots, it needs iron, or they start getting yellow, that needs iron
Great.
and nitrogen. Yeah, you gotta listen to your plants, just like your own body. In fact, our guest next week that we're gonna have a special guest talks about just that. Bam Bam. She talks about how you need to listen to your body. Your body's telling you everything. You just don't listen. And I can't wait to have her. Lisa Day's been very familiar with this woman, and looking forward to having her on and giving her knowledge. She's been doing this for I think 15 years, something like that. And she's a TikTok sensation. She's been on a couple of TV shows, and she's been in a couple of magazines. Can't wait to have her. I just talked to her today through emails, and she's agreed to come on. She'll be on next Monday. So be sure to tune in.
She's having some surgical procedure tomorrow, so we all wish her well. Think good thoughts.
Yeah. Amelia South is her name. Look her up. Google it. She's on Facebook. She's on TikTok. But check her out. She's an awesome lady, full of information, got a lot of stuff. I will be posting the link next week to her page, so you can all follow that and learn some stuff from her. Very informative, full of information, got all kinds of stuff going on. And I'm really proud to have her on next week. I can't wait.
Hey, Toby.
Toby in the house. What's up, Toby?
That's just what I grabbed. Some of Toby's here.
Nice. Shadow says, my doll used to make me happy. Whenever a wife took, she'd be quiet. Shadow. Damn it! I wish I'd have seen it.
Next to you, is she?
I wish I'd have seen it before I posted it. Now I'm in trouble. And Dr. Dome is make you happy pill when taken with 100 proof shine. Hell yeah.
Oh, Queen. Yeah.
My niece sympathize with your knuckles, Uncle. Yeah. And I'm telling you, try that. Actually, it's a very easy remedy. I like it. It tastes good. It's got a little bite because of the pepper and the turmeric. But, dude, add that honey. Make sure it's pure honey. Make sure it's raw honey, not some of the synthetic bullshit that you buy at Walmart.
If it comes in cute little bear, it's probably not what you're after.
In fact,
Plastic bear, I guess.
let me see if I can share that with you guys. I'll look at Lisa. Keep us.
Toby says, "Are you staying warm?" Yes, I'm staying warm.
Let me see if
Tim
I
got
can.
me a sweatshirt with my Ditch Witch on it. I don't know if you guys can see,
I love that shirt.
but he
That's
got me a sweatshirt this time. So, and you can hear the
Let me see if I can find this.
difference in the iron on. But we got almost 2 feet of snow. I haven't looked out since it got dark, but we were well on our way to 2 feet of snow. And it's been, I don't know, it's staying pretty warm. It's 9 degrees now. So not too bad. And the wind's not blowing. We had somebody post a video of the snow coming off a roof near us, and it's right in the shopping district. And the 2 buildings kind of have an alleyway between them, and the snow was coming off the roof. It was blowing. It was coming down and making a spiral right in the roadway of going down the alley because of the way the wind got caught.
I'm going to try to share this with you. This is about the honey. I don't know if I can do this or not because I'm going to stream from one page to another. So let me see if I can share this.
Honey are anything but, and if you've been using the wrong kind, it could be silently affecting your gut, liver, and immune system. In today's video, we're exposing 15 of the worst honey brands sold in American stores, products that look pure but fail the tests. And at the end, we'll reveal 5 of the cleanest, most trustworthy honey brands, including raw, unfiltered picks you can actually feel good about eating. Plus, I'll show you how to spot fake honey in seconds just by using your eyes, a spoon, some water, and your fridge. Simple tricks anyone can do at home. Stay with me, because if you care about your health, this is the honey truth you need to hear. Now, let's kick things off with the brand that tops our list of the worst honey, a name you'll find on the shelves of almost every major supermarket in America.
That's the honey I use.
Great value. Walmart.
Yeah.
After hearing about how fake food is everywhere, we've got to start with a name that almost every American household recognizes. Great value. Walmart's in-house brand. The label looks clean, it says raw and organic, but what's really inside might shock you. Lab tests found that Great Value raw honey contains an HMF level of 22 milligrams per kilogram, more than twice the normal level for raw honey. That means it's been overheated, destroying the very enzymes, vitamins, and antioxidants that make honey so valuable in the first place. And it gets worse. The Great Value organic raw honey sample contained mannose levels 3 times higher than normal, a clear sign of syrup adulteration. According to the FDA, any honey mixed with other sweeteners legally can't even be called honey. So if even Walmart, the largest retailer in America, can't guarantee the purity of its honey, what about the other store brands? The answer might surprise you. Stay tuned for the next one. 2. Manuka Honey, Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's, a major U.S. grocery chain, was sued by customers for labeling its product as 100% New Zealand Manuka honey, even though tests showed it contained only about 57 to 63% Manuka pollen. A class action lawsuit reported that Trader Joe's $13.99 Manuka honey tested at just 57.3% and 62.6% Manuka, implying the product had been blended or processed in a way that reduced its purity. Although the appeals court ultimately ruled that the label was still legal under U.S. regulations because Manuka was the primary floral source, the lawsuit exposed misleading labeling and questionable quality. Consumers believed they were paying for 100% Manuka honey, but the actual Manuka content was far lower. Experts and media outlets also noted that the suspiciously low price compared to authentic premium Manuka honey, which can cost hundreds of dollars per jar, was a clear red flag about the product's purity. 3. Good & Gather, Target. If you thought Trader Joe's honey was the only problem, wait until you hear about Good & Gather, the Target premium brand, which was also called out in the same fake honey lawsuit in Florida. Despite the elegant labels and fancy names like Orange Blossom or Clover Honey, tests showed that Good & Gather honey was ultra-filtered to the point that not a single grain of pollen remained, far beyond what's considered acceptable for removing natural impurities. Pollen is basically a honey's fingerprint. It tells you where it came from, what flowers the bees visited, and whether it's pure. Without pollen, you're left with a generic sweetener that's lost all of honey's natural benefits. The irony? The in-store premium honey Target promotes has lost the very essence of what makes honey real. Consumers believe they're making a smarter choice, but in reality, they're buying a product processed to death. And if you assume that pharmacy brands do any better at keeping honey pure, well, the next story might disappoint you. 4. Nice. Walgreens. In America, many people assume buying honey from a pharmacy means it's safer, more trustworthy, maybe even healthier.
But the truth about Walgreens' nice honey is the complete opposite. Tests conducted by the Pollinology Lab at Texas A&M University found that 100% of honey samples from Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid contained no pollen whatsoever,
That's
meaning
crazy.
they legally can't be considered real honey. Walgreens ultra filters and overheats its honey until every enzyme, vitamin, and mineral is gone, leaving nothing but sweetness with zero nutrition. The food site Small Batch Goodness even described it as fake honey that's basically just sweetener. And they weren't exaggerating. This stuff is basically corn syrup with a honey flavor. So if you've ever believed pharmacy honey was the safe choice, it might be time to think again. Because the next brand from one of America's biggest discount supermarkets will make shoppers even more uneasy.
Across the U.S.,
So there you have it. I mean, to me, that's just crazy. I mean, that's why we do the herbs and stuff, because all the benefits that's in the leaf or whatever. And then they're taking all that out. They're taking the pollen out of honey because it's like, are you kidding me? That's the benefit factor of it.
Well, and that's what gives you those antihistamines to all the hay fever and the
Right.
aggravation of your
It's like
breathing
when
system.
I was keeping bees, and I found out after keeping bees for a little while, I was allergic to bees. I went and got my bee venom. Well, if you're getting these pollens, they're all going to benefit you. It's just crazy. It blows my mind that we go to the stores, we buy this stuff, thinking it's real. It says raw honey right on it. That's why I bought it. Walmart, raw honey. Hell yeah, I'm all in. Fuck that. From now on, I'm going to my local beekeeper.
Have you seen the one with the water? They put a dollop of honey in the middle of the pan. They put water in the pan and they just swish it around. Could be a dish, whatever, and they swish it around and honey will honeycomb. It'll make its own
Yes.
molecular.
In fact, Phil Billy did a sample of that. Phil Billy did a video about that. I think it was Phil Billy. It's either him or Big Easy, one or the other, did a video about that. If it doesn't do that honeycomb shape, it's not real honey.
It's not real honey. No, and that's the molecules sticking together. The other thing, people have been making lotions and potions and stuff. Dollar Tree or whatever it is. It used to be $1, now it's more. They have beef tallow. And in their cooking aisle, they have the beef tallow. And it's really good. It's filtered really well. It doesn't smell. It's quality suet, pretty much, in a jar, shortening in a jar or whatever. But tallow is a big thing in your body butters and your creams. Thickens it up.
Yeah, tallow's a big. Yeah, if you're doing your own soaps and stuff like that, tallow's the main thing.
But the Dollar Tree was having that tallow. I don't know, how many had it or whatever, but I was hearing that it was really good, that it was really filtered well. It didn't have, beef pieces in the bottom or anything. It was a really well done beef
John
tallow.
Johnson says he's in the Moonshine Militia groups. Awesome, buddy. That's awesome to hear that. I'm glad of that. And feel free to join my group. Send a request. I'll make sure you can join in. And that being said, John, can you send me the recipe? I'm not sure what recipe you're referring to. So private message me or whatever, John, and I'll make sure I get that over to you, buddy. Toby Mandela says, I'm in Wyoming, not much snow here. Wind is blowing here. Okay. Well, are you staying warm, Toby? He says, I want some of that mad honey.
Yeah.
I got some of that mad honey right up here, thanks to Lisa Day. Never understood heating honey anyway. The only reason you would heat honey, it, is if it crystallizes. This thing honey will last for thousands of years. They proved it. They found it, honey in Egyptian tombs. It's all crystallized. You just put it in a pan of hot water and it comes back to its original form.
Yeah, you don't have to boil it. You just get it warm.
Get it hot.
Take it slow. You don't want to burn it.
Yeah.
Thanks
if you can get it to room temperature. You don't really want to heat it
Right.
much more than.
Right. You don't want to burn the properties out of it, the beneficial properties. And could you imagine having some honey that was 3,000 years old? Could you imagine? Oh my God. You'd be getting some pure shit there. No pesticides, none of that crap.
Yes, wood ash for soap. That's lye. That's how you make lye.
Yep.
Wood ash.
Just good to show you that nothing you get in the store is good for you. Exactly, Toby. You're right. That's the whole reason and the whole idea of this concept of going medicinal and self-help remedies as far as, hey, you know,
Yeah.
Martin,
But
do
it's
you have
easy.
your own bees? I used to, Charlene, I used to a long time ago. In fact, I thought about getting back into it. I know my brother, he just bought some property there in Tennessee, and he's having a barn dome built right now. It should be done by the end of summer. But he plans on keeping bees, and he wants me to help him because I've done it in the past. When I was in high school, I kept bees. Yeah, Toby says, yep, Bill Billy did that. Yeah, he did that video where how you can test and make sure it's pure honey.
Yep.
Wood
Ding,
ash.
ding, ding, ding.
I'm down. Okay, let's ding it. Ding it.
Toby sent me the crazy plant lady, and she's up there in the plants. It's a gnome, and it says crazy plant lady, and she looks pretty psycho. So I have an ivy up there, and I hid her kind of in the ivy. And then there's another gnome sitting in the front, and he's got his little hands like this, and he's sitting with his legs crossed, and he's all meditating. So she's staring at him from behind the ivy bushes. She looks pretty creepy. I gotta take a picture and send it to Toby because I love her. She looks pretty psycho.
Mama B says, I used to always have to have honey for my nuggets at McDonald's. Yeah, who knows where it was made and how it was made, or even if it's actual honey. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
John says, I mean, making it was to kill wild strains. Okay. Yeast.
Mm-hmm.
Honey doesn't. Toby says honey does no
Ooh.
go bad ever. Yeah, you're right, Toby. You're absolutely right.
I have a jar out in the kitchen. It's probably, I don't know, 10 years old.
I had some, and I talked about this before a long time ago when I first started moonshining. I decided I was going to make a moonshine out of honey, and I had like 10 gallons of it. And in today's prices, that's a lot. And I made it, but I was young and dumb and not very knowledgeable about the moonshine and how to make it and whatnot. I let it ferment like 2 weeks before I decided I was going to run it. Well, that was too short of a time. Honey, when you want to do a honey shine, it takes forever to ferment, 6 to 8 weeks, maybe even longer. I thought I was done. And when it ferments, it does a tiny little bubbles, just like agave, very tiny bubbles. So, yeah, I ruined 10 gallons of honey. I got about that much of moonshine.
Oh, no.
John Johnson, I'd like to try that killer bee honey. I don't know about that, John. But, you know, bee venom is often used for joints as far as arthritis. They use the bee venom to help with arthritis. So, hey, there might be a lot to that, John. But you would make a good mead. I'm sure I could try. I like that. Toby shows a beehive. Nuggets not real chicken, Mama B. Just saying. Like Taco Bell beef is just edible clay. I've hauled it from chemical plant to Houston, Texas. Their plant. Wow. Don't tell me that. I like Taco Bell once in a while.
Good night, Toby. We love you.
Good night, buddy.
Stay warm.
Because wood ash makes a softer soap. Sodium lime makes harder soap. You're right.
Yep.
120 pounds of honey. Damn, buddy. Damn. That's a lot. That's a lot of honey. That's enough to make 40 to 48 gallons of mead. Oh my God, dude. I would love to make a honey shine. At some point, I want to make a honey shine. I'm going to turn my camera off for a second. I got to exit for just a minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it'd be neat. Around here, we have a guy that has his own bees and stuff. And I get my beeswax for my lotions and potions from him. And I haven't had to get any honey yet, but that's where I'd go to get it. It helps if you get it from somebody local, because that way it has all those, you said pollen, but the antihistamines and stuff. The other one that's really good, goldenrod. Everybody goes, well, during hay fever season and stuff like that, they all accuse the goldenrod, and goldenrod's actually really good for you if you get hay fever and get goldenrod in your area. It actually helps to use goldenrod. But you always see the bees on goldenrod, so kind of is telling in its own. But I didn't know that about goldenrod. I thought it was the cause of everybody's problems, but it's also the cure. But if you look around, there's a lot of things that flower at the same time as goldenrod. In our area, it's closing down. By the time the goldenrod's flowering, everything else is closing down. We get it in the late summer.
That's about right, John.
Yeah. Like yarrow and all those, they're starting to slow down.
I don't know the answer to that one, John. Maybe Lisa does. I don't know.
I don't know.
Or maybe tune in next week and ask our special guest, Amelia.
Meadowsweet.
I've never heard of
I
that.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I'm sure you can Google it, John. I mean, come on.
Yep. I was just gonna Google it and see what it looked like. Sometimes I know what you're talking about, but I call it something else.
Good point, Lisa.
Because you guys know a lot.
Yeah, during this, right now where we're at, and we're kind of still, I want to mention and say, if there's any suggestions that you guys have or something you want me to do or Lisa to do as far as different remedies and whatnot, please feel free to let us know.
Be careful. Yuck. We do have meadowsweet up here. See, I know it is spirea, but I still don't know what the benefits are. I know I have a bunch of it from my grandmother garden.
Earl, we've had this discussion before. I want to show this comment. Lisa, I'm not, goldenrod can suck my pickle. It is what has gotten my sinuses so damn screwed up. Well, you know what, Earl? If you took it and used it, you would get immune to it. It wouldn't bother you anymore.
Yeah.
I tried to tell you that before, buddy.
Yeah, they have all kinds of extracts and supplements and stuff.
Goldenrod is used. Lisa, will you share with us? I mean, seriously, goldenrod is one of the best herbs out there, and it has so many uses and benefits. So, Earl, dude, just because I don't mean to call you out, say you're ignorant, but ignorant means just not knowing the facts.
Mm-hmm. Well,
That's
it wasn't
doesn't mean you're dumb.
I thought the same thing. I thought that was the cause to everybody's, oh, I got hay fevers and, my seasonal allergies and stuff. And I was looking into it, and some of the things for seasonal allergies was goldenrod. But meadowsweet, it says digestive, respiratory, and joint health, anti-inflammatory, and pain reliever, similar to aspirin.
Wow.
It's soothing to heartburn, eases aches, and it has antioxidants.
Hell yeah. Sounds like a good place to me.
I always called it spirea, and I've got a bunch of it in my grandmother's garden that grows here at camp, because a lot of my grandmother's plants I'd taken up here, because I have her valerian. Valerian's a wicked good painkiller, and that's up here, and that spirea's up here. What else was up here? Oh, the barberry is up here, and the sumac.
Sumac.
Yeah.
I've been living with it right outside my door for 50 years, and this past year is the first time it has affected me. Well, as we get older, Earl, things do start tending to affect you more. I never, ever got allergies, ever, all my life. I used to look at people like, what are you talking about, Miles? They're over there, at you. I'm like, oh my God, you're ridiculous. But you know what? After I got older, all these things started affecting me.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and they say that your system changes. Is it 7 years or some odd thing? You know, that your
Right.
system will change, and things will affect you more because you'll lose your ability to, you know,
It's
not
also kind of like,
digest, but use them.
you know, foods that we didn't like as kids. Now we love them. Kind of the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yes, ginseng has a lot of benefits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, they say it looks like a man because it helps the whole body. You know how the roots, they look like a man.
John Johnson says, my old landlord told me if you have allergies to pollen, eat local honey by the spoonfuls till you get sick. It will help with it. Exactly. That's my point, John. Basically, my point. Yeah, you'll get immune to it at some point. Shadow says, I'm allergic to sumac.
Well, there's different types of sumac.
Yeah.
If your sumac has yellow berries, yellow flowered berries, that's the poison sumac. The red is the staghorn sumac, and that's the one you want, is the red berried staghorn sumac.
I don't quite know what you mean by this statement, John. Maybe because I'm too far behind on the comments or whatever, but sneaking hasn't been the same since COVID. Okay.
Sure.
That's a whole nother segment there, John. I've got a couple of videos about COVID. I won't share on this particular one, but yeah. Sneezing, and just don't do that with peanuts, okay? Earl says, been on 3 different Z-packs and a steroid shot and 4 different antibiotics, and none has helped me at all.
Is this like this year, you mean, as far as it's affecting you this year?
Right.
Try some goldenrod in a tea. Put some local honey in it.
Make sure it's good honey.
Yeah, local honey.
Make sure you get it from a local beekeeper.
Yeah. Get it from somebody that looks like they really hate bears.
They don't put their honey in a bear bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some really expensive little bear bottles that are really,
I know, right? That's half the cost of that design and the making that bottle too.
Yeah.
I can be sitting here, all airways open, and bam, I get stopped up and can't breathe at all. Huh.
Asthmatic. Asthma. You know, there's different types of asthma. The exercise-induced asthma.
The Z-Pack, Shadow saying I read Z-Pack are actually bad for you, just saying what I read.
Yeah.
I just recently got off of Z-Pack, just finished it. I tell you what, I hated having to take it, but had I not, I still wouldn't be at work. That Z-Pack helped me tremendously. It really did. I just saying, you know, it is what it is. I didn't want to do it, but at the same time, I can't miss out on work either. So,
yeah. what was that? Hydrochloroquine is another one that they give out. Hydrochloroquine.
Yeah.
And I was reading that. It was I sent it to Darlene. It's a lot of citrus to make like a homemade hydrochloroquine matchup. It was a lot of citrus. It was boiling the peels of citrus.
John says antibiotic resistant bronchitis, Mucinex DM works good. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody not to do these things as far as pharmaceuticals and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm against what side effects and other effects that these pharmaceuticals have. So if I can find a natural remedy that's going to do the same effect, I want to refer to the natural remedy first. Just saying, you know, when I got the Z-Pack recently last week, because I had muscle spasms really bad in my shoulder and my neck. I was in so much pain it wasn't even funny. It's hard to even get out of bed. But I had to have something, and within 2 days of taking the Z-Pack, I was back to work. So, you know, I gotta pay the bills.
Yeah. My dog was growling. I was wondering what my dog was growling at, and I can't hear nothing. I'm sitting right by the window trying to listen, see if anything's outside.
Earl says they have referred me to ear, nose, throat this Thursday. Well, like again, Earl, I'm not going to say yay or nay about that. I mean, if it's really bothering you that bad, by all means. I mean, I'm not a doctor. Lisa's not a doctor. I can't prescribe you to what you need, okay? And I won't. But I can also refer to different remedies that are self-help and natural that may help you. So
The onion being soaked in honey is another one. You take an onion, slice it up, and some people say red onion's better. I'm not sure why, but they say, you know, red onion is better. Some people swear by the yellow onion, but put it in honey, let it sit, and then take it by the teaspoon.
they now have, I've been noticing, I saw this on TikTok recently, where they have, where us self-helpers and remedy stuff, you know, we let things sit for weeks before it matures. And now they have a new process that speeds things up within a couple of hours. It's like, what? It's kind of got me leery because you hear about shit like that all the time. It sounds like modern medicine, right?
Well, sometimes when you heat things, you know, you can bring out,
Right.
you know, the juices in them more, you know, and I can see trying to speed things up, but it's like that rosemary oil, you know, that you made for your beard and I use on my hair and stuff. I use that. I only had it setting for not even a week and I started using it. You make enough of it. You just, you know, when you make it, you make enough. So
the grandkids can't feel my beard enough. They talk about how soft it is. Your beard is so soft, Papa.
It does. It works really well. And it does help with the growing. The castor oil is really good for it.
John says, just don't take ivermectin. Okay. I won't.
Yeah, ivermectin is a growing thing of people taking it. And I mean, if you think you've got parasites or you think you've gotten, you know, cancer or, you know, something big like that, you're going to try whatever you can.
Absolutely.
But ivermectin, it isn't natural either, you know.
Right.
I mean, so you're going for something that's synthetic. I mean, but like I said, when you're at that point where you'll try anything, you know, and some people swear by it, you know. And
sorry.
You gotta do your research.
No, you're good, Earl. You know, we all vent. We all have our issues and problems. And just like Lisa said, you get to a point, it's like, I'm ready to try anything just to make it stop. You know?
Yeah.
It's like when I had my kidney stones and I was in the ER, I was telling them, cut my nuts off. I just want the pain to stop. Just cut them off.
Yeah,
I was,
yeah,
I was serious too. I just wanted the pain to stop.
yes, yep, yep. No, I can't say that I don't believe that the ivermectin works for people, but I haven't been faced with anything that, I would say I would risk taking it for. And then you have the risk of taking it for so long. People stay on it, they stay on it for a long time, or they daily
Yeah.
dose themselves. And
Yeah.
that isn't good either,
Right.
if
You're exactly right, Lisa.
yeah, the dehydrated citrus peels, lemon, orange, and grind them and add the honey. That was one of the hydrochloroquine replacements that
Well,
I had.
Earl, usually when it's a seasonal allergy, usually it doesn't last that long. You're talking 4 months. So it might be a good thing that you're seeing a doctor. It might be something else. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the reason I say, it's good to try natural remedies and stuff, but if you're still having issues, it's good to see a doctor too.
Sleeping a little bit elevated. Earl, if you sleep with your head up a little bit more elevated. When I was so sick, man, I slept just about sitting up. I couldn't lay down. Every time I laid down, man, I just filled right up. Couldn't breathe. You'd sit up and snot would run. It was just horrible.
That's the worst.
So, yeah. So sleeping a little bit elevated with your head elevated enough to keep that moisture down. It won't rise up into your sinuses and shucks, I don't want to be like
Nuclear aging. It's real bad at night when I went to sleep with my CPAP on and suddenly can't breathe. Wow, that's pretty wild, girl. That sucks, buddy. I feel for you. I really do, man. That sucks. And again,
try to sleep a little bit elevated.
That's
prop
probably a
yourself
good
up
thing.
a little bit.
it's probably a good thing that you are seeing a doctor. And I found personally, there's times where I have a problem sleeping. It's mainly when I'm laying flat. So if I do prop myself up a little bit, like there's times I'll get out of bed, I'll go get in the easy chair where I'm propped up a little bit. I breathe so much easier, everything works a lot better, and I sleep. So might try that, Earl. I don't know.
My kids always called it my little easy chair because I'd take two pillows and make a V out of them and then put a pillow on the part where the pillows come together at the headboard of my bed. So I'd lean back and I'd have the two pillows under my elbows and
There you
that
go.
one holding me up. It was almost like a armchair. And that's how I'd lay and sleep. And that helped me a lot.
I know there's a lot of times when I go get my easy chair, I usually end up falling asleep. The grandkids call it the knockout chair. When Papa sits in that chair, it knocks him out.
Yeah, COVID, it's different. The COVID that they talk about with pigs and stuff.
Unless you want to crap your brains out because it's a horse dewormer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dogs. Earl says, I've been taking ivermectin 1 or twice a year. It has kept me from the flu, has cleared all the floaters in my eyes. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. They say it does. Ivermectin in breast cancer. They've done some research in ivermectin for breast cancer and lung cancer, breast cancer. And they've come a long way on that. So it does have its, but
one of the people I follow a lot, I've reached out to her. I hope to get her here on a podcast at some point, is Casey Heist. And she talks about worms.
Yeah.
And we all have them. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. I used to call them, when I was in the horticulture field and studying for horticulture, hell, what we call them back then? Something else. But anyway, my point is, she says you can tell if you have these if you have a bad infection, is looking up the whites of your eyes. Look in the mirror. If you see blood vessels all around your pupil, in the whites, and they're all over the place, parasites. You got parasites.
Huh. Tim took a video of a worm out in our garden, and bear carry these worms. They're like tapeworms.
Yeah.
Bears carry them, and
Bears,
so
yeah, bears are real bad about carrying tapeworms, and they get really mad at bears. They really do.
yeah, and that's how he found. The one was in our garden because
And the bad thing about
That's where
them
I
is
came
you
from.
cut them off and they still grow.
yeah, they're very resistant.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Maple pecan for you. Oh, shit. Ding, ding,
People,
ding. Maple pecan sounds real good.
this is Toby's honey wheat. Very good.
Somebody I know did a maple pecan a couple of years ago. Very, very tasty. Shadow says, like COVID has been around in different forms for over 80 years. Grandpa used to vaccine for hogs for swine COVID research. It seriously. Yeah. No, Shadow, you're right. I don't want to get into a lot of politics, but you're absolutely right, Shadow. COVID, to me personally, from the research I've done and the things I've read and looked into, it's just the flu. It's the flu. It's just another form of the flu. Earl says, right. Last year I had my deviated septum.
Septum? Yep. Right here. In the middle of your, under your nose.
Okay. I do sleep with head elevated. Helps with my sleep apnea. Absolutely. I get that, Earl. I have the same problem. Honey apple brandy. Shadow corrected when he said forms. I knew he said there. Shadow. Yeah, the nth doctor is your best bet. What's the nth doctor? Entomology?
Yeah.
Earl says my easy chair is over 20 years old and half broken down. Due and need a new one. Were you asking for donations there, Earl? Shannon says I get ivermectin for goats and sheep. All right. Tractor Supply had to lock it up and started asking what you use it for.
Yeah. Around here, even be careful where you go for it.
I also think it may be helping with my cirrhosis. Yeah, I'm sure it does, buddy.
Yeah, it's crazy. How some people, they swear by it and some people don't. And I try to stay away from the synthetic.
That's a good question, John. That's a good. I'm with you. I'd like to see the review on that, on the studies. Look at all of us taking the ivermectin. It's because our mother being so susceptible to flu and pneumonia. Huh. Actually, the septum is what is deciding your nostrils.
Yeah, it goes the whole top of your mouth.
Yep.
Up into your sinuses.
Awesome. Hey guys, I think I'm going to end this. We've been into it almost 2 hours. Wow. Usually it's only an hour or so, but it's been great. It's been a great episode. Absolutely love having you guys here and making comments and asking questions. I don't have all the answers. Lisa doesn't have all the answers. A lot of you guys do. So all you people in the comments making comments might help somebody else by making a comment.
Right.
Because we don't have all the answers. I'll try. Earl says, "Oh, I'm having fun." We are too, Earl. Well, all right, Earl. All right, I'm still on. Okay, Lisa, you still in? Okay, we're still in. We won't end it.
Blue day. Yeah,
But,
around here, in, in Maine, you can't buy like your own rabies shots. You can't buy. You have to amoxicillin. You know, anything for giving you animal shots. You know, when they're sick and stuff. Maine won't let you buy them. New Hampshire will.
Lisa, that lady we're having on next week, Amelia South, she lives up in Connecticut.
Mm,
You've
yep.
known her for a while, right? Or watched her?
Yeah, I was surprised. Did she change like her name on Facebook or something? Because I weren't following her, and I thought I had. So
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
know.
She told me she does have a new email address and stuff like that. But if you go to her webpage, which I'll post next weekend, I'll post that. And guys, she's full of so much information. It's like funny. I was like, holy cow, this girl. I mean, her page just goes on and on. You can click this and go to there and go to here and go. It's like, oh my God, it's never ending. I was on there for like 2 hours just looking at her stuff. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
But she's very
I like-
knowledgeable and seems very nice, and she wants to share her information with everybody. So I can't wait to have her on. And I want you guys to check it out. Be sure to tune in next week. I'm not signing off because you asked me not to.
She's a powerful woman. She's, you know, I don't know in the way she speaks and stuff, but she seems really down to earth as far as no bullshit.
Right.
You know,
And that's what her website's called.
yeah.
No BS. No BS.
Yeah, no BS. Yeah, Amelia, no BS. And I like that, but sometimes when she's talking, I don't know, she's such a strong woman talking. I don't know. It's one of those things that you almost stop, you know? She almost loses you in some of the
she's so
big
stern?
words. And that Casey Heister there, she does the same thing. She's such a
Right.
strong personality.
And that's fine. That's good because
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
strong and believe in what they're doing and they know they're right. And hey,
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what makes them, you know, famous, you know,
yeah,
is that
absolutely.
they do have that strength and that
Got a
that
bunch of followers.
courage, you know.
With all those followers, you're going to have haters too. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
damn, I'm out of cigarettes. Is that a bad thing?
But it's sometimes it's hard to listen to when people get into the big words, you know.
Well, to
When they
add to
start
that, and a lot of the followers here tonight or that are watching, also a big part of the Moonshine community. We also know Santa. You get into those big words sometimes. It's like, dude, will you shut up already?
yeah, it like shuts you down almost. It's like, you know, trying to read, you know, Chinese or something with all the different letters and stuff that go together. And then somebody says, well, how did you spell their name again? You're like, I don't know. It was a bunch of weird letters together, you know, because it doesn't follow our English, you know, the way we see our syllables together.
Or our interests. Sometimes, and, you know, I'm not saying anything bad about Santa. Don't get me wrong. Or either of these people that we're talking about with Casey and Amelia. They are very passionate about what they do and what they know, and they want to share that. So by all means, you know, but you know, at some point it gets to be so mundane. Sometimes you're like, oh my God, will you just stop? I just asked a simple question. I just wanted an answer to it. But they're very passionate about what they do.
Yes, yeah. It's just sometimes it's the coming across big words. It it gets you.
You're right, Shadow. Haters bring viewers. You're right about that.
Yeah. It's worth a
Right.
comment. Bring that comment. It adds up, you know.
Haters are followers too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but she's really cool to listen to. I like when she goes outside and she's foraging around her videos of that.
And she talks a lot. In fact, when you go to her webpage, she has some foraging videos. Yes.
Yeah.
They're really cool. It's really neat to see and watch what she finds and how quick she finds stuff. And it's like boom, boom, boom. It's like, oh my God. I go for it. I'm like, what am I looking for? I don't know.
No, like I said, I foraged and did things for years. And then there was this one girl I met, and she was into seeds. She collected seeds. She would mark things down and know where they were, and she would go back and get them seeds. She wanted them
Cool.
seeds. It opened up a whole different little area of my herbal shit
Sure.
because I learned from her.
Right.
And meanwhile, she was like, "Oh, I want to hang with you because I'll learn shit." No, she taught me. So it's
That's good. Good stuff.
you pick stuff up from different people. You
And you also click or don't click with certain people. So, it is what it
Yeah.
is. It's like
Yeah.
when I was going to college, there's certain professors that you clicked with and followed more because you had that click.
right.
And you read them and you understood exactly what you're saying. Other professors just like, oh my God, will you just shut up? Just stop already.
Yeah, they didn't bring the real world into it. It's, like I said,
Right.
if I had known history was so much fun, because I'm a wicked history buff. I love history shit, but I
Yeah.
didn't in school. And
Right.
that was the failure of the textbook
I
criteria.
agree with you. I agree with you 100%, Lisa. If those things like history and English and stuff were taught in a way where they would make it fun, it would be totally different. No, it's just blah 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 blah. No,
Yeah.
make it exciting, get my interest.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be all up in that,
yeah. It's how people associate
Right.
what turns them on
Like
and what bring
what you're
them
saying
to it.
with the history classes. It was just a monotone blah blah blah. We're reading on the pages. Blah. If you showed passion in what you were doing, and it might strike an interest in me and go, "Oh wow, that was really cool." That kind of thing.
Well, and try to tie it into what each kid gets turned on by.
Right.
I mean, some kid might be into skateboards, and you try to teach him, about friction and how the polyurethane and different type things are created, and when that kid's going to pay attention.
Right.
He's not going to pay attention to blah 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 blah. But you start getting into things that turn him on. He's gonna.
Shadow's always got a smart ass comment. All right, Shadow. Love you, man. I really do. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and that's part of these podcasts too. If you're not entertained or learning something from it, then you're going to steer away from it. You're not going to watch anymore. And that's why I try to make it fun and entertaining. And me being in the kitchen, I look goofy as fuck. I'm sitting here fat ass, walking around the kitchen, But
No,
at the same
lots of
time, I
people.
hope you guys are learning something from it.
Well, and seeing it, it was like, me watching Phil Billy do, a mash, I learned that, I need a funnel, I need these things. And, he's got this little cooler that has the water in it for his line arm and shit, and the pot going in, water going out, you learn those things,
Right.
Because you see it, you with your little strainer, it's like, well, you got to use a bigger strainer. Or whatever,
Yeah, like with me, I should have used a bigger strainer or a better strainer. Bill Billy does the same shit.
Yeah, and saving that stuff after you're done and making a tea out of it.
I should
You
have.
know?
I should have, but I didn't. It's all good. Next
You
time I
know,
will. I think
just
it's like
make a tea out of it.
$19. No, what even? I think it was $9 for that bag. It's
Yeah.
all pre-mixed. All you gotta do is pour it in a pot. There you go. Add water. There you go.
It's so much different, way back like in the 90s, when I was doing the herb thing again. You didn't have Amazon.
Right.
We didn't have that stuff. I mean, the internet was up and all that, but it wasn't such a big thing to go grab everything off Amazon, and it was harder. You had to use what you had here, what you had readily available. That's why I like learning.
Johnson says, I like film, but it's boring shit that interests me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do a shot. This is all I got, y'all. This is the last shot I got. This is it. I have no more. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Thank you, Toby.
Mm. I went down the rough. Well, I do have 155 proof. But we
I
won't
don't
be
know,
messing with that tonight.
Marfugel is on here or not, but he gave me some apple brandy and it said 112. It's all that.
Cool.
It tastes great and all that, but boy.
Earl says, I'll share it. And Shadow says, I don't believe you, Uncle. Well, yeah, I got stuff sitting here, but I'm not going to drink it. This is for my cleaning run. I'm not going to use that.
But that said 112. It's all that.
I do have some permitting going on behind me, but that won't be ready for another couple of weeks. So.
How's the bubbles doing? You had some crazy bubble.
That I haven't checked since. I need to go check. I'll do that right now. That was crazy. I was like,
You
what
had
the
some crazy.
Let me check it out right now, Lisa.
All I can think of is like the La Brea tar pits. You know how they had that.
Yeah.
It's like the thickness of it, maybe.
It's still doing it.
Still doing it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Good.
Means
It's got a good smell. It's doing fine. It's just I've never had those crazy bubbles like that before. That's nuts. Here. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. When I come back, I'll come back on my phone and show you the bubbles.
All I can think of is Tom calling that guy scrubbing bubbles the other day. Honey apple brandy. I think the next bottle I'm going to ask for is Bird Dog, that Bird Dog Blackberry. I really like that. If I had to go to the store and buy it. That Bird Dog Blackberry, I really like that. I really like the I can't think of it. The rye there, the one that was made right here local. It was a rye whiskey and it was really good. Can't think of the name of it. It had the skull on it there. But that was really good. I really like that. I didn't think I'd like rye. But I do. I like it. I like the warmth of it. This is Toby's honey wheat that he sent me. I've been nursing on. I got enough for a shot of the other one. The other one was I can't remember, but it was aged on oak. I have kept a couple shots. This one I've got a little bit more I've been nursing on. That was really good. First time in 5 years since you bought it. Wow. Yeah. We took some that Legacy liquor there, the Mark and Digger's Legacy. I didn't care for it. I thought it tasted like plastic. And I put the mushroom gummies in that Legacy alcohol. And now it tastes really bad. It tastes horrible.
Root
There
beer.
you go. There you go. But I use
Shadow-
that legacy
Shannon was right. I was lying. He knew I had more.
right.
All right. Let me set this down. Let me turn my camera on my phone, and I'll show you the bubbles. Try to. Let's see here.
That's
Let me see.
crazy. And you said it's the same recipe you've always done.
Yeah, that's the weird part. I've never had that. It's the same recipe over and over. The only difference is the weather, the temperature.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can send this to myself. Mm,
It says it's 8 degrees here. It says the snow is stopped.
we have high pollen today. Let's see here. Let me message myself.
Tiny Bubble. Yeah, Bing Crosby. Isn't it Bing Crosby? Tiny Bubbles.
Yeah.
All I can think of is Tom Crumb calling that guy scrubbing bubbles the other day.
Well, that's weird. Let's see if I got this. I did not get it. Hold on. Maybe I get it. Did I just text her? No. There we go. All right. I'm going to try to turn the volume down once so I don't get a bad echo. Here we go. Train Studio. You're going to see two of me now. Maybe. Well, come on. There. Enter Studio. Hey, here I am twice. Echo. Really bad echo. All right. Let me see if I can turn my camera around. Not letting me. Oh, I just got out. My bad. Damn it. I gotta turn this fucking camera around. Enter Studio. Huh. Yeah, echo. Do that. I did it again. God damn it. Bear with me, everybody. I'm not very tech savvy. You guys already know that.
Yes, Tom Crumb is a funny bastard. He's funny. Jesus. Some of the stuff comes out of his mouth. He's got a great sense of humor.
Settings. Camera.
Oof, that tequila rosa is pretty good. We used to mix it with Chambord. We'd layer it
There we
with
go.
Chambord, which is a raspberry liquor. So you had the Chambord on the bottom and the tequila rosa would sit on the top. That's a really great shot.
There we go.
They're both like
There you go.
35, so.
Check this out. I've never had this before. You guys see that?
Oop, I can't put you up on big screen either. I forgot.
All right, hold on. Let me get a camera or a flashlight.
Put
Where did I
yourself
put my
on big
flashlight?
screen. Oh, there you go.
Where's my flashlight? Here, let's try this. You see those big ass bubbles? No, I need a flashlight. That's crazy. All right, let me find my flashlight. Hold on. I got one somewhere. Where did I put it? Damn it.
All right, I'll be right back. There you go. Oh, there it is. All right, let's try this again. Look at that shit.
It was like the La Brea Tar Pits is bloop, bloop, bloop.
That's just crazy.
I'm looking down at my computer. I can see it a whole lot better on my computer. Bloop, bloop.
All right, well,
You'd think maybe a really thick cap would do that, you know, it wouldn't be able to break through the cap.
yeah.
But
Remove. There we go.
big soap farts.
What? I'm way behind on the comments.
No, that's not tiny bubbles. That looks like big soap farts.
I know, right? I'm freaking. I've never had that happen. I think it has to do with the temperature. It's supposed to get down to 30 tonight, so we're gonna have to put that gallon jug back in there to keep it warm.
You were talking about that with your fish heater there.
Yeah.
Did you fill your jug with water?
Yeah.
Or did you just put it in?
Just
Yeah.
tap water.
Yep.
Put tap water in the jug. In fact, I'll show you.
Because that fit perfect.
I lucked out with this. I really did. This is just sheer luck. It really was. So I didn't want the heater up against the barrel because I was afraid I might, melt the plastic on the barrel or whatever. But it's just a fish heater. I got it down inside a gallon jug full of water. And the rim of it, see how it expands out? I can push it down real tight and it fits perfect and nothing goes in, nothing comes out. And I put that in my fermentation barrel. It keeps the mash warm. I got it set at 90 degrees. It's perfect. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, and keep that sediment off your heating element too. You know, a lot of people complain about when they bring that fish tank heater up out of their mash, it's just coated with crap,
That way it doesn't scorch the mash. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it worked out perfect. I talking to some people on TikTok one day last week about it. I was like, I think if I did this, I'm going to try this. And they're like, fuck yeah, and I did it. It worked great. But I don't know. It's got some kind of weird effect going on with this fermentation.
Those like the people with the animal buckets. They say the animal buckets were freezing. So they took a jug like you had there, or 2-liter bottle or whatever, and they filled it with a high salt content water so it wouldn't freeze. And then they screw the top on and they put that in their stock tank or whatever. Well, that doesn't freeze, so it is always moving. Even the wind will make that jug move, and that'll keep your stock tank from freezing because it has motion in it.
I'm going to try to keep up with the comments. I'm sorry, Lisa. I was listening to you, but sugar, black tea, lemon, and yeast. And Shadow says, I got gifted honey apple brandy, 2 jars, got 1 left, and I'm heading store-bought because I'm totally out. Dude, Shadow, there's nothing, we hear that a lot about that with the moonshine community. Why are you buying store-bought when you make your own? Now, dude, I buy store-bought all the time. In fact, I just finished off the bottle of Woodford Reserve rye whiskey. I like a little change up. There's nothing wrong with that. Getting different flavors and whatnot. So, yeah, do what you got to do, man.
So I said the next thing I'm going to buy is the Bird Dog Blackberry. Yeah, I
bought
really did enjoy that.
2 weeks ago, Lisa, just because I ran out. I bought another bottle at $16 a bottle. You can't go wrong.
And I like it. I really like it.
I love it too. The first time in 5 years since I've bought. Wow, Shadow. Damn, buddy. I wish I don't mind not saying that, but at the same time, I get it. I totally get it. I just look for a good corn liquor if I'm not looking for scotch or tequila. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
In fact, I just recently, and I shared that with you guys a couple of weeks ago, where I made my own gin. It came out pretty good. I like it. It's too snotty. What do you mean it's too snotty?
Snotty.
Shirley says, I've been nursing all of mine from Phil and LPR, and I still have my watermelon brandy.
Andrew, yeah.
Andrew, yeah, absolutely. Andrew, hell yeah. Andrew Martin's a cool guy. I'd like to try more of his stuff.
Yeah, he does really good.
Earl says, I got to get my water line going from my pump to my condenser toward Old Thawed tomorrow. Yeah. Stuff's freezing up. There's a song, something about my tiny bubbles. Yeah, it's about champagne, tiny bubbles.
Yep. That's
Also,
right, bro.
some Hickory King started. Also, trust will do it. I don't know what you meant by that, John. I froze. Shadow says Tom's funny when he's even trying to be. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. I'm way behind on the comments. Holy crap! I'm skipping a lot of them, guys. Sorry. I heard Lisa talking about Mark and Digger's legacy. What was that about, Lisa?
Oh, I used it and put my mushroom gummies in it. And I thought it'd be easier to, make a shot, and I didn't really like the Mark and Digger's Legacy. I thought it tasted like plastic.
Yeah, I wasn't real impressed with it either.
Yeah, so I wanted to flavor it. So I thought those gummies were blueberry, they were pretty good. Nope.
All right, Shadow.
It's nasty.
Shadow, do what you gotta do, buddy. Those grandkids are much more important than this silly podcast. Take care of them, buddy. Take care of them, man. Time spent with them is precious. You gotta spend every minute you can with them. I wish I could.
Yep.
Them little ones is potent.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it really amazed me when I got to meet or hook up with one of my nieces. And she's got 4 kids now. 2 have never met. And the 2 that met me in the past, they were so ecstatic they got to see me again. It was on. It was arms. They had such a good time. So yeah, if they're looking at their siblings, you're going, "Oh, you really like this guy." So
Yep. Oh yeah.
So
they'll be after you next.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't. I look so forward to seeing the relatives and stuff. It's just when I go to retire, I'm going to try and do my best to spend more time with all of them. All that stuff.
Yeah, they bring a life. They bring, excitement.
Root beer.
Root beer.
I didn't ring the bell. I checked my root beer extract today. It's really, really close. It's right there. I'm excited about it. Because when I do this run that I got with the big bubbles, I plan on doing that 100 proof root beer clear. So I'm really excited about that. That way, when I do my root beer syrup, it's all ready to go and get good for mashing in.
Ooh, Roy made homemade lasagna tonight and garlic bread.
Oh my God, one of my favorites. Mama B says, we literally had 2 shots left. Someone sent Mama B some shine. All right, Mama B. You know what? I'm going to send you, Mama B, some poaching. Kind of rub it in there a little bit, Mama B.
She's gonna make herself a secret stash.
Yeah. I've got too many of those. Speaking of which, back in the day when I was more involved in the prepper shit, a couple weeks ago I was out here in the Shine Shed moving shit around, getting rid of stuff that I don't use and need, trying to make more room and whatnot. So I had a little stash of money. I couldn't believe it. I was like, fuck, I forgot I put this there. I put it in a pill bottle. $200.
There you go.
I'm like, fucking hey. Yeah. Put that towards some time.
We found a whole bunch of those 35 millimeter containers. Remember the little containers everybody used to use?
I still have
35
one. Still use it.
I found a whole bag full my mom had here.
Nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, they help. Great containers for holding all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Funny, I used to put a stash in them, and now it's like, it's not much of a stash.
I don't know. Should I hit this, Lisa?
I don't know, what time is it? It's only 9:30. You still got plenty of time.
I don't know. Yeah, 9:30. This is gonna make 9:30 into like 1 a.m.
That's good shit. I got some called corn syrup. Is my next one.
Damn. We gotta find something to use a little dab on this. Let me see what I can do here.
Kind of warm spot in Florida.
There we go.
Adapters ordered for you. Oh, for your football. Nice. Roy is drinking apricot shine. Nice.
God. Lisa, don't ever send me this shit again.
I like it. I like it.
Oh yeah.
It'll give you the giggles. There you go.
Like I need the giggles.
That was a little sticker that Charlene made me. She made me a bunch of little stickers that I put on the top of that.
Alrighty then.
And that was Animal Tsunami, I think was that one.
I think I put a little too much on there. I mean, it's just running down the cigarette.
Yeah, it'll keep running down. I like it though.
Hopefully that's help me relieve this tension back here.
You'll sleep good tonight.
That's what I need is a good night's sleep. I really do.
Put another one to you before you go to bed.
No, this will be good. Last time I did this, I was out here going, okay, guys, I gotta go.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's a great way to do it.
George, blood orange brisk iced tea. And John Johnson says Georgia Moon and tea wine for me. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blood orange brisk iced tea.
Where you at, John? I know you follow the militia. Which I'm a big part of the militia. At least a big part of it.
Yeah, I think Connecticut. I think he's from John, right?
Okay.
John Johnson?
Yeah, John
We're
Johnson.
thinking, right?
supposed to drop down to be 30 degrees tonight. I'm going to throw that heater back in that fermentation barrel.
Strange weather. It really is.
He's in Delaware. All right, cool.
No.
That's
All
one
right.
state I've never been at. There's very few states have not been to, and Delaware is one of them.
Yeah.
I have not been to Maine, Connecticut, or Delaware, or Rhode Island. All the others I've been to.
Oh, really? Yeah. There's a few down Texas, down at the bottom down there that I haven't been in. I've been all the way across a couple times. So we've made all of them, but I don't think I ever made it into Texas.
To down there see Earl.
Yeah, there you go. Wouldn't that, and it's like back when I did it, on my motorcycle, it was like, I wish I'd known all these people, to just take off on my motorcycle and just go. And
Blink and you miss it, John says. Yeah. I've been fortunate enough to be, I've been all over. I've been everywhere. So, but those 4 states are the only 4 states I've never been.
Texas.
Yeah,
Just trying to think what the other ones were.
it's on my bucket list. I got to do it.
Yeah.
We got to get there for Lisa Day Day.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys coming up here?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Go camping. Oh, hell yeah. Hey,
Yeah, there's plenty of room, that's for sure.
Roy, I didn't see you pop in here, buddy.
We got, no, it's 8 degrees here right now.
Earl says he sent the last.
Nice. Nice.
Cool. Awesome. I'm anxious to see that. Randy Thompson's in the house. Hey, Randy, how you doing, buddy? Chocolate with marshmallows, fireplace cranking, in recliner with fur baby at my feet. Awesome,
There
buddy.
you go.
Good
Mine is
times.
snoring. Mine is snoring behind me.
That's funny.
The other night on ladies' night, I stepped to the side so the camera went back to my bed. And it was like both dogs were on the bed. And I'm like, now you see, I don't have any place to sleep. I got to claim my spot before the dogs get it.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing now.
I'll tell you what's one of the worst is when they fart.
Oh, the dog fog.
Oh my God.
Oof. Dog fog. Yeah.
I got to change up what I'm feeding you because no. We're
That
going
was
to
one
start putting rose petals in your food.
that was one of the deciding factors on the food that I got for the dogs. Was at the time we had to pick up every time in the yard. So when I walked my dog, I'd have to pick it up and stuff. And the food that I gave him made nice little logs, nice easy things to pick up,
There you go.
And that was a deciding factor in his food.
That's Lisa. I hate to say this, honey, but that's kind of sad. It's not what's healthy for the dog. That's what's easy for me to pick up.
Yeah, well, you start at the top and go down through, and a lot of the real expensive ones, they give them the shits.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah. I
out
know. Dude, I cannot tell you. My daughter, she had to have a dog. The youngest one had to have a dog. We went and got her a dog. Brought this dog home. I'm thinking, oh my God, this dog. Really? This dog sucks. But I will say one thing about this dog. Number one, she was she was a rescue dog. We got her from a pound that was brought to Florida from Puerto Rico when Puerto Rico got hit with that hurricane. She was a lost dog, wandering the streets. They picked her up, brought her here. She's got a really big scar going up her leg. Don't know how she got it or whatever, but really bad scar. And but she is the number two thing I want to say. She is very protective of the women in this household. I can't, dude. I go to give my wife a hug or a kiss. She's like, "Rrrr." God damn, dog. I don't want to feed your ass. What the fuck?
I was worried about that when I first started seeing Tim. Was how the dogs would take a guy around because I was alone for so long.
Right. 2 dogs and 4 cats. Wow, John. That's a house full.
Story time with Lisa. She said, I can't think of any. I thought of one a little while ago, and I can't remember what we were talking about. I was like, oh, I say that, but I can't remember.
Randy says, hope everyone is warm, has a warm home, plenty of food and shine to make their through this storm. Absolutely, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, here, Randy, you and I here in Florida, we suffer shit, man.
Yeah, Mississippi, is it? That got hit so hard with the ice? That was crazy.
Roy Warner says, there we go, post it. Story time with Lisa. I mean, nipples. Roy, whoa, wait a minute. I didn't read the whole thing before I posted it. Damn, Roy, come on, man. This is a family viewed podcast. Aye.
We'll tell you, it's a story that sticks with you. Did me. I've never seen such a thing.
I guess I'm in the dark about that. So
we all got drunk one night, and it was a friend of mine's birthday, and there was 3 or 4 of us girls standing there, and we're all good friends and stuff. The guy for his birthday, I'd known him forever. He was a friend of my dad's, before me and stuff. And we all got drunk, and we said we were going to flash him. So all us girls got on the other side of the table, and he was sitting on the other side. All us girls got on the other side of the table, and we flashed him. And I looked down the line, and there was his wife was black, and she was, God, I can't think of where she was from. Anyway, but I had never seen nipples like that. It looked like a inner tube fill stem. It was like the size of it was like the size of a cigarette butt. It was
wow.
They were very long and large. And I remember looking down the line and going, what? Wait a minute.
Did I see that right?
I gotta go check that out.
Come here, girl. We gotta talk.
Yeah. Let's go check that out.
Let's see them again.
Because he didn't remember it, so much. Because we were all hammered. And he didn't remember it, and I'm covered in freckles. So his question the next day, he goes, did you guys flash me? And I go, yeah, we did. And he goes, did you guys have freckles on them? That was his big question, whether they were freckled.
That's too funny.
And I'm like, arm? Of course they are. I'm covered.
That's too funny.
There's not much that isn't freckled.
Randy says, I'll have my inkjet ready to print hydro films, stickers, mason jar labels, etc. I'm practicing now. Finally got to make whiskey barrel films myself, amongst other ideas coming soon. No more expensive overhead for films. Cool, buddy.
Yes.
Good for you, man. Valve stems. Yeah, valve stems. Dude, there's this one girl. I probably shouldn't say this because she might be watching. I don't know. I started following her on TikTok, and we became friends, Facebook friends and whatnot. And she did a video, and the shirt she was wearing when she was doing this video, I mean, it was obvious. These nipples are like this big around, and like you said, it's like torpedoes. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, careful, take an eye out with them things.
I'm telling you, I was like, I had to take a double take. What?
Yeah. All shapes and sizes.
Either multi-core or multi-leading core as we speak. Wish me luck. Oh, well, I've never malted corn before. All right, yeah, it's not that hard, buddy. You just gotta
Yeah.
stay on top of it. Keep an eye
Yep.
on it.
When it cracks open, you're pretty much ready to stop your ideas right there.
John says she's a mom. Yeah, she's a mom. Take the bottle, damn it. That's what I thought, Randy. I was like, wait a minute. No, but she was doing a video. It was like not like she was directing it toward a person.
That Casey there, the heister, she does that a lot. She does that a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I like her stuff though. She's got great content. I love it.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a few of her products. I reached out to her again today through email, trying to get her to come on the podcast and be with us.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any reply, so
Yeah. She was doing she was on the thing about the snow being fake.
yeah, she did a video of that.
She-
In fact, I have that. I'll share that. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me, everybody. You know how I am with this technology shit.
I wish I could find the one with the lady. It looked like worms on her car. There wasn't
Well,
any snow on the car, but
yeah.
left white little wormy things. You didn't see them moving,
Let me-
but they
hold
looked
on.
just like a little tapeworm.
Okay, don't want to do that. Let me see here. See if I can find it. That's the one about honey. There's one about with Casey doing the snow,
Yeah.
and hopefully I can find it.
I think that was on. I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, that's where I saw it. I saved it. I sent it to myself in email so I could share it. I'm not finding it. Maybe I didn't share it to the right spot. I don't know.
I think I saw it on
Here it is.
Facebook.
Here it is. Here it is. That's it, right there. See if I can share this. Oh no, it won't let me. It's not. This page isn't available right now. That sucks. I'll keep trying to reload it until it does.
Didn't she share a couple like still photos of it?
Yeah, under the microscope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not letting me share it. It's not letting me bring it up. I know a lot of her stuff gets booted off because of content or whatever. So
Yeah. They don't want you knowing. But the whole not burning, you know, how the snow, it doesn't burn and stuff. And a lot of times, you know,
dude, I was on Facebook earlier today, and I talked to you about it earlier, Lisa, where Big Chuck, Arkansas moonshiner, took a little wad of snow, put it on top of his still while it's running, and it didn't even budge. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
yeah.
And everybody's talking about if you burn it and put a lighter to it or whatever, it smells like burnt plastic. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, it just blackens on the front where the
That-
flame is.
That's some freaky shit there.
I'll have to try it tomorrow. I'll have to see if I can try it and see what happens. Out here. Because, I don't know. I'd hate to think that they were doing experiments on our
Hey, you know what?
population.
I don't want to start a political war here or controversy or whatever, but ever since this COVID thing, who knows? Who knows what the fuck they're up to?
Yeah, they fed people LSD way back in the 50s to see what it would do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't a consensual, thing.
Also, Kimball's in the air. Yeah, I agree, John. It's weird. The video I was wanting to share with you guys, she shows how she puts it under a microscope, and it looks like it's not like back in the day when we see a snowflake and how it crystallized everything. No, this thing was like distorted, looked like a freaking bug. And
Yeah.
you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And she was referring to it as plastic because the way it had a blue hue to it. Snow doesn't have that. It's just water. There's
Yeah.
no color to it. It's weird. I was like, what? See if I can load this again. I'll try it again.
Well, and you wonder, like people that live in industry areas
Right.
and they have a lot of the smokestacks and stuff like that, you'd expect them chemicals to, leach into the snow, coming down, precipitation coming down. It'd have to pick it up.
Right.
We have a town. If you're going into the big town around here, it's like an hour away. And you get to this little town first, and they had an industry, and you can smell it. I mean, the whole town just has a smell, and smells like SD Warren, what we talk about. But
Yeah.
all I can think of is like there's snow, a little kid going out and making a little snowball and taking a bite,
Right.
and must
I did
taste
as a
like
kid all the
SD Warren.
time. We did it all the time as kids.
Yeah,
Constantly.
yeah. Well, up here it's a big thing with maple syrup. They have maple syrup. They put it on snow, and you eat it. It's really good.
Shadow,
And,
you're
you-
saying that, buddy. I mean, what's it gonna take? If you got 4 inches of snow, just make a snowball and try to put it on fire. See what happens. Do a video of it. Mark, how far away is Winter Haven from you? It's not too far. It's about, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour. And I got to work weekends now, Randy. All right, buddy. Cool. It'll be awesome. But I'm sure I won't be able to make it. I work weekends now, Randy. I appreciate the offer, buddy. Really do. John Johnson says scientists have estimated that 100% of the world's population has Teflon in their blood. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I
Yeah.
really don't.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that shit, though, man. That's weird. I don't know. I just don't want to make them at all. It's crazy.
Oh, it's those flaky, the coating in them pans, and you can see it's flaking up.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I hate them pans. I don't use them. I use cast iron.
Yeah.
Mm.
I use what my wife provides for. It's like,
Stainless
okay.
steel. I get stainless steel. I'll use stainless steel, but I don't like those white coated or the no stick pans.
Right. Let me do a search on that video because it's not loading that on Facebook. So I'm going to just get out of it. I'll go to Facebook and see if I can find the video that she did. Let's do it. Hold on a second. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's a big thing up here is taking a snow and you pack it in like a ice cream cone and you put maple syrup on the top of it, drizzle it down and let it.
Let's see here. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah. There she is. Let's see if I can bring this up. Searching. Bear with me. I'm sorry. Talk about anything while I'm searching.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Cleedle Gold. She does a thing on Cleedle Gold.
I know when you go outside here and you're walking around, the snow has that squeak when it's really cold. When you're walking on it, it's funny.
Huh. Yeah, it's not up here. It must have got taken down. That's weird.
Randy, no, I haven't used the Indian corn yet. It's all right in storage right now. Everything I have is in storage. We emptied the house out.
looking at her stuff, and I've talked to you before about this, Lisa, but look at it's not on here. It got taken down for whatever reason. It got taken down. But I talked to you before about she talks some stuff about detoxing metals out of your body, heavy metals. But at the same time, she promotes colloidal gold and colloidal silver. So if I'm taking these silver and gold, which they have silver and gold in them, when I detox for the heavy metals, am I taking those out of my body as well? I'm taking out the good stuff.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to eliminate everything out of your system.
Right.
Some of those things are meant for you. It's like that colloidal silver there, people try. Some people swear by it.
I've got the, in fact, I got it off of her website. Primitive Health is what it's called. Colloidal silver salve. It's an oil, or it's a gel, if you will. You put it on wounds and stuff. It helps it heal a lot faster.
Did you find the video you were looking for of hers with the
No, they
snow?
took it down. I went to her personal page and it's not even there, so they took it down.
It's yesterday at 4:26. It says.
Really?
It shows the inside of her house. Snow is not normal. Do you want me to send it to you?
Yeah, please do. I'll share it here. Yeah, that was weird. And then you see these videos of guys taking a lighter. I watched one right before I went live tonight. A guy took a lighter and just sitting there, and all it did was get black. He said, "It smells like plastic." I was like, "What the hell?"
In the caption with it, it says, thanks to my friend, I looked at some snow under the dark field microscope.
Yeah.
What I am seeing is little creature-type shapes that are shiny. They are full of heavy metals. They also have an odd X shape that is similar to a chromosome. There's a possibility it could be a bacterial biofilm. Morgellons? I'm not sure what a morgellon is. Or maybe even plastic.
So let me see if I can share it. Video. I don't know if it's a video file. No, share screen is what I want to do right now. Facebook. Yep, that's it. Share.
And Tiffany, I'm going to give you a shout out for even giving me this idea to test the snow that we see. So I'm going to take you guys outside with me. We're going to collect a little bit of this snow here. Watch out, please. All right, guys, we're getting set up to check our snow.
Look at her. She's inside with that jar of snow inside her house.
I'll be able to know what they're putting in it, but we should just see water, right? That's all we should see.
Well,
insert here.
my other thing is she was in her drip line of a roof.
I'm going to let you guys watch me do
That's
this
true.
so
Good point,
nobody
Lisa.
says I'm doing anything weird. We have our clean microscope slide.
Let me see if I can
We
make.
have our fresh snow from outside. And we are just going to put a tiny bit on there.
Oh, shit. What did I do? Damn it. No.
You went to the next reel. There you go.
So we are going to do insert here. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys watch me do this so nobody says I'm doing anything weird. We have our clean microscope slide. We have our fresh snow from outside. And we are just going to put a tiny bit
That's
on there.
with mine.
It's little rocks.
Yeah.
All right.
Wish I could make it bigger.
Slide.
I can share it if anybody else wants it. If they
There ain't nothing
holler,
out
I'll
there.
send it to you.
Okay. Let's see. Turn you guys over here so you can hopefully see what I'm seeing. All right. Let's start. Ooh. Fuck.
And she goes, ooh.
That paw.
Weird.
Oh, there it is.
Wow. Let me show you guys
Check
this.
this shit out. And we all seen pictures of stuff.
I'm going to flip this
What
camera
do they
around.
look like?
All right, guys.
Look at this shit.
This is really weird because these are not ice crystals. You can clearly see that that is water on my slide. Okay. These look like effing parasites or some type of plastic. And we are seeing these
Check
strange
it out.
X shapes, okay, which look very similar to me, like a chromosome marker. See how shiny blue these are? This is how heavy metals show up in the blood.
Crazy, right?
Now, just to be clear, everyone, this is what snow and water are supposed to look like under a microscope. Not the strange shapes and shiny material
Now, on
that we
top
just
of all the
saw.
strange stuff that we just saw in the snow, I've been in here messing with the microscope now for at least a half an hour. Check it out,
Look at
guys.
this. It hasn't melted.
Why is the snow not melted? It's 70 some degrees in my house. I have a fire going. This should be melted. Pretty freaky, right? This goes to show that if you're snowed in, this isn't going to melt for a while. But why is this shit not melting? Normal snow should have melted by now. We are certainly dealing with a very strange situation. Do not let your children consume this snow.
Yeah.
Crazy,
So
right?
we are going to
This
I wish
blows my mind. Oh, shit. I guess I didn't turn that off. did I? There. Sorry.
I wish I could find the pictures that other lady had. And they look like little worms. There's something almost close to it.
Well, she said that when she was talking about it, she said it almost looked like parasites.
There's, if you worms in snow is what I did for a search, and there's quite a few under the microscope and shots of. But it was South Carolina, this one, and it shows the little white. I don't know, not maggots, but they look like maggots. They're not moving
Oh,
in the snow on their cars. But it's not the one I was looking at. The lady that I saw.
you're right, John. We did a lighter thing, and it's true. Mama B just confirmed it. She said they did the lighter thing with snow, and it did the same thing. That's fucking crazy, y'all. I
There's
can't
a few
imagine.
of them. Yeah, there's a few. I saved the video and of streaks in the snow. The white.
Exactly. I'm with you, Roy. Imagine what it's doing to all of us. I mean, the whole world, everything, plants, everything. Cold sinks. That's why the air seems cleaner in the winter after a snow. Yep, you're right, John.
Send you that one too.
Wow.
But there are quite a few of them. I'm not seeing the one that I had seen. The lady had. It looked like little white maggots. They were long though, all over her truck. You couldn't see them moving. Hi. You're in my own world looking at parasites falling out of the sky. But the lady I saw, I mean, they were quite long. No, I don't know if I saved it or not. I'll have to look through my saved stuff and see if I saved it. But I'd like to try the melt. Hi, look at me, Jesus Christ! Hi, who's up? So my stove is screaming like parasites. I'm like going back out. Yeah, you know.
Screw that up, didn't I?
Yeah, but a couple of them, I don't know if I saved it. I'll have to look through my save stuff and see if I saved it. But that one lady, she had some significant, things on her car.
It says worms. Earl says it's aliens. Pollution. Earl says, Mark, I want to see the rest of the honey videos. All right, buddy. That was a part section that was on TikTok that I saw that. And they do like a 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. And she gave the first 3, but after that she cut it. So you have to follow that person to get those. And I didn't follow, but I just thought it was interesting.
No, I don't think I saved it. I'm not seeing it in my save stuff.
Oh, my stove, and it was squirmy like parasite. I'm going back out. I'm not going back out. Yeah, I hear you, Shadow. Maybe not down south, but up here there is. Wow. Well, they talk about that too, about when you talk about the pollution and stuff. The rain and the snow is going to pull the pollution out of the air, obviously, because it's falling. It's going to collect it. It's going to catch it. And, we talk about that with rainwater. I water my garden with rainwater. I have rain barrels that collect the rain when it falls, but they say when you're getting all those pollutants too.
Right. Well, that was my thing with her collecting the snow. She was right under a drip line on her roof, out on her deck, and you get birds poo up there, and, you get metal that ice could actually, scrape off minute pieces of metal,
Huh,
the
that's
chances
crazy.
of her scooping some up is unlikely, but it's a factor. But there was the other one I sent you too of under the microscope, and it had the blue streaks, and the water lines, and people have posted pictures of
You
yeah, I
sent me
sent you too. Yeah. And there's a picture of a guy's window, and the frost on the window has weird lines to it. But you just wonder, I hate to think that they'd be doing a
how to pause this.
test on a, unknowing population. That isn't right. But
Let's see. Share. Green. Book.
There is a Morgellon. Now, traditionally called Morgellon. It appears this disease came out about 15 years ago, was tested on certain segments of the population, and doctors have been telling people they're crazy anytime they bring this up. You should have seen what my doctor did in 2019. It was quite the song and dance she did to convince me that this is not real, and this is not in my skin, and this is not in my body. This is fresh snow melt. You'll notice it does not all. There's a giant one. Okay, that's no hair. It's just not made out of poly like many of these are. So the poly glows back in 365 nm UV light. Okay. And that's what that sucker is. Okay. I'm going to turn on some lights. This gets worse. I'm going to turn on 5 UV. right now. That will light up the pan some. And let's just go around it a little bit. Okay. You're not seeing a hole. There you go. Now you're seeing it. Right there. Just to the left of middle. This is filled with the disease that is probably going to get a new name and cause new lockdowns. Okay, I'm going to show it to you again with 365 NMUV. You see that right there? Okay, it is there.
Huh.
That's what you're staring at. I'm going to get this camera centered up just a little bit more. Okay, you're seeing the bottom of my screen. That is attached to the microscope. This is all bad.
Wow.
Okay. Now you see it's not shining back. You can see a little one to the bottom right of it. That is. Let me see if I can find my laser pointer. It is not up here at the moment. So I'll do this by hand. Right here. You have one glowing.
Yep.
Right here is a giant one that is not. Here comes the regular lights. Okay. And every time I make some sort of adjustment, I have to refocus. There you are, friends. That is a synthetic parasite that once in your lungs, in your skin, in your pores, in your hair follicles, begins to grow. As soon as it taps into your blood plasma, it grows like crazy. Okay? Somewhere between a plant and a parasite is how these things grow. Yes, they root up in you. They are taking over people's hair. They are taking over people's lives. They're spending everything to get rid of this. Right now, membership in Morgellons disease groups is skyrocketing, but not everybody has good information. Okay, they don't understand where it's coming from. Once again, this is fresh snowmelt.
Wow.
The trails you see in the sky, they are not chemtrails. They're worse. They're aerosols. Okay, there's one glowing, but you're seeing them all.
Yeah.
Move around.
I was just looking up the Morgellons disease. It's
One.
a rash
Government
and
used
bumps.
to be dropping these. Yes, I said that. The government.
I was just looking up the Morgellons diseases, rash and bumps, and like a worm under your skin type.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Let's try to catch up on these comments. Where I leave off.
Yeah, I was just trying to find that one. The first one I saw that brought it to my attention, it was little white. Like I said, they were maggots, but they were longer.
Huh.
And I can't find the post now. I thought I saved it, but I didn't. But that was the one that brought it to my attention. And then you had mentioned hers, and I watched Kelsey there. And that guy
Kelsey.
popped up.
Yeah. Yeah, man, the human race has outsmarted itself too much that we're killing ourselves off. It's weird. It's crazy.
Shadow with his pylori. He got me with that one. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a flower, and I looked it up, and it was a bug.
That's the word I was looking for earlier. The thing we studied when I was in horticulture was nematodes. Same thing.
Yeah. It just makes you wonder.
John says it makes sense, but not from planes gasoline, which is the most common synthetic fuel to burn and the most added to. Yep.
Mm.
Beginning. Yeah, you know, you sent me another one, didn't you, Lisa?
Yeah, just the two.
Let me see if I can get rid of this one without killing myself.
Yeah, just the two. The one with Kelsey's and that guy's there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had the other one too. That's right. Okay. That was all of them. All right. I just want to make sure. I thought there might have been another one. But all good. All good.
It makes you wonder, you know.
John Johnson says, Shadow says, I'm sorry. That's what caused my problems originally.
Oh, pylori. Huh?
Your dog was begging for you to get off there, John, so you can pay more attention to your dog. John, I think we're all a little buzzed at this point. Usually this is just an hour long. It's going on over 3 hours. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Hey, Roy, all right. I got a shot of root beer. I'll do a shot and we'll call it a night.
Yep.
I got stuff to do tomorrow and I'm tired. Got a good buzz. Ding, ding, ding. Last shot of the night. I know you all heard it before, but this one's true. No, he had to pee. Oh, wait, Shadow. It was the size of a ping pong ball. If them.
I'd love to see if Tim still has that video of the worm that he saw out here.
That's wild.
That's what that was.
If you garden boring stuff, chances are you're going to get nematodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to happen. It's not that freaky science shit like alien shit or whatever. Well, maybe it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all susceptible to it, just like our dogs and pets. And, you know, it's going to happen. You're going to have them at some point in your life, if not constantly, like Casey talks about. It's a constant thing. You have to detox your body constantly. I recently did one of her remedies for detoxing of parasites, which was the black walnut.
Yes. Yep. And wormwood. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Wormwood and black walnut.
Wormwood.
Yep.
Wormwood. I said wormwood.
Yeah, wormwood is.
No, I'm not buzzing. Yeah.
It's wormwood.
These things I had wear like aliens, seriously.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. What's the stuff that you get in the water? The beaver and muskrat cause it a lot in the water. We were talking about it here not long ago.
I can't think of it.
All I can think of is E. coli. It isn't E. coli. With the bacteria that they cause, it puts it into the water. A lot of people that, have fresh water, you have to worry about it. Hey, Wayne, how are you?
Wayne's in the house. What's up, Wayne? How you doing, buddy? I don't know if that's Wayne or Jen.
Either way, hello. Hi, Jen.
Hello,
I
Jen.
can't think of what the word is.
I want to try to get Jen on our show as a guest.
Yeah, come on in.
We got to get her on here one night as a guest.
It's fun to learn. Just fun to gab about it, Come on, Shadow. You can come up with that word. What's the word? The water.
Hysteria?
Hmm?
No, that's not it.
I don't know, Shadow.
Help us out, Shadow.
I know Shadow can come up with it. I think he was there when we were talking about it.
Co-host.
Because I was, when I said that beaver were a cause of it, I made sure I put muskrat in there too, because I didn't want the comments to explode about the beaver.
Beaver?
Yes.
That's funny.
Beaver and muskrats. And it's in the water. I can't remember what the word is. I can't think of it.
Doing great. Ozark still works. Doing good. Oh, so it is Wade. She has stage fright. Yeah, well, Wade, we all know the remedy to that. Couple little drinks, you're good to go. No more stage fright.
Yeah. You just got to get over it. We all look like we look. You show
Yeah.
up at my house right now, this is what I look like. Get used to it.
Shadow says, okay, let me back up on this a minute because this pertains to what we were talking about. Shadow or John says Wisteria. I've never heard of that. And then Shadow says until 1981, it didn't even have a name. Was considered a third world country disease. So Shadow, do I need to back up on your comments or to find out what you're talking about on that? Or do you just want to reiterate?
I was trying to think of what the damn word was.
Salmonella? No.
Giardia.
Giardia. There you go.
Giardia. Beaver fever.
I got beaver fever all the time. What's the cure for
it? Strong muscles on one arm.
Beaver butt juice, as I call it.
Yeah, Giardia. That was the one that was going around for a while.
Do what about a beaver?
Yes, did Shadow. I like that.
Yeah, that was cool. Absolutely, Shadow.
Yep, I like that.
Got a mason jar of that. And
Yeah, dysentery? Isn't dysentery is the other one. Roy's talking about dysentery. They were all, it's a lot of those are third world country things, but
yeah,
we're finding them here as our water systems get.
well, that's how they got theirs started. Exactly.
Yep. Our water gets, worse and worse, and then you get
You
town
get all
water.
all that
get
bleach you want. Bleach,
Yeah, they
man.
get chemicals.
Way too much bleach in our water.
I hope you feel better. Wayne, go to bed. Night, Wayne.
Earl. Oh my God, Earl. It must have cured beaver fever. Can't seem to catch a beaver to eat anymore. Good night, Wayne. Good to see you, buddy. Great podcast the other night, by the way, Wayne. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Shadow says try jar, but got a bar instead. We got to spell it right. That's funny, Shadow. AI is pretty cool. I've been using it and learning more and more since I got this new computer about Copilot. Lisa, Dave, you're the one that told me about it. And I was like, oh my God, this thing is very useful and helpful. It's like, holy shit. It'll look up everything for you. You can have it type up shit and put it in Word for you. Oh my God, I love this thing.
Yeah, you can ask it for instructions on how to put an IKEA, closet connection together, and it'll go right to it.
It'll walk you through it if you want. I like the way mine talks to me. I got it in a British accent, and I call him Co. He goes, I like that nickname, Mark. Thank you very much for that. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a good show.
No
You
team
guys
was
stuck right to it.
either, just not the kind Lisa was talking. Thanks, it went long, but we had a good time. Dude, it was, Wayne, it was, I got to download that whole show just so I could go back and listen to it and
Yeah.
follow it. 'Cause you guys gave out so much information about making moonshine and the whole process. It was like, oh my God, so many things I didn't know.
Yeah, the AI is the Copilot. It's a Microsoft
Yeah,
product.
Microsoft. Yep. I
And,
love it. I absolutely love it. Man.
Once it starts acting foolish, like I think it was Earl I was trying to make a label for, and it kept spelling moonshine wrong. It would put 2 H's or 3 I's in it and stuff. So I
Huh.
asked him, I go, are you having a stroke? And it told me to come back in 24 hours. It weren't going to deal with me anymore. So I just waited until the next day, and I went in and started a whole new conversation. I didn't even want to go back. I was ashamed
ran
of
into
myself.
something similar to that where I just had to tell because the co-pilot, I call it I nickname him Co, start a new slate. We're starting this whole conversation. We're starting everything all over. Because it did. So I was making up these songs for this podcast, and it's putting in words that I was asking him about stocks and stuff like that. I'm like, where's this shit coming from? What the fuck?
Yeah, I asked it if it was having a stroke, and it didn't like that. And the other thing was, what was the other one? Oh, the XXX. You know how like triple distilled XXX?
Yeah.
It won't put XXX on stuff because that means porn. So I tried to explain to it the distilling process, that it was 3 times distilled, and each X meant 1 time distilled, and they'd put 3 X's on it to, nope, wouldn't hear it. I was talking porn. He did not want to talk porn with me. And I'm
Wow.
like, I'm not talking porn.
Okay, can you change into a woman and let's talk porn?
Yeah, Grow a
Hey,
set.
Good night, Joe and son. Thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate you. That's a lot, bud.
Night. I think it was Charlene. I was working on a label with Charlene, and it wouldn't put XXX on the sticker.
John Johnson, what's this to stop talking a Scottish accent? I hear you, John. I kept mine a man because I thought, shit, I'll start going other places if I turn mine into a woman.
I haven't got mine to talk to me. I ought to try that.
Yeah, you just click the mic and talk to it. It talks right back to you. It's awesome. I love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It'll dictate for you whatever you want to do. I love that program. I really do.
Yeah.
But, like we said, we talked about it's got its flaws because it'll reflect and gives information that you asked earlier and nothing to pertain to what you're asking it now. It's like, what the fuck, dude? You're jumbling all your shit together.
I like it when it's used for fun. Some of those videos are really fun, but I don't like it when it causes chaos,
Right.
And shows, some politician stomping on a baby or something, it's like, nah, come on. Don't do that. It's meant to be fun and helpful.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's very helpful. It really is.
Yeah, I've had a good time with it. Facebook has an AI. You can use the Meta AI.
Yep.
And in some instances, it's better, but
Yeah.
in some, it's not. I like Copilot better.
Yes, I agree, Lisa. Yeah, there's a lot of things with that Meta. It's like, what the fuck?
And with the Copilot, you can design things differently, like take a picture and make it into a cartoon,
Right.
or make it into a drawing, or whereas the Meta one is pretty straightforward.
Sometimes AI gives you BS information. You're right. Absolutely, because what's out there, fake news. But so AI just picks up on the fake news and gives it to us. So there you go.
Right. Yeah, be careful who you listen to.
No point, not even nose tampons.
No. And on that nose tampon thing, when I used to work on the docks, that's when that happened. I worked on the docks fishing and shrimping, and there was a lady there. She was well into her 70s, and every day she showed up to go lobstering. Every day. Her name was Ginny, and she just died 2 days ago, and she
Oh,
was
wow.
108, 103 when she died, and she was still lobstering every day.
Wow.
Yeah, and she was a legend. You know, when I was working down there, she was a legend. It was
That's
just
cool.
everybody, Ginny this, Ginny that, you know, and every day, yeah. So
That's
she's well into her 100.
You know, they talk about that too, as far as life longevity is having a routine and doing it every day, the
Yep.
same way, every
Yeah.
day. And I know my great granny Carmen, she lived to be 103.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she,
One forever.
every day, she would smoke a cigar and do a shot of Jack Daniels every day.
Yeah, yeah. Well, everything in moderation, right? You know, isn't that
Yeah.
the saying? Everything in moderation.
Earl
And she's
says,
a wonderful woman.
I don't use any of the AI or chat GPT or any of them.
I haven't tried the Chat GPT there.
I
I see a
haven't.
lot of people, you know, making the videos and stuff with it. I haven't done it.
That's dedication. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is, John. But I
Mhm.
mean, it's a routine. You get into a routine. You make sure you follow that routine every day. My routine is so screwed up. I'm all over the place. I have no routine. It's everywhere.
Yeah, and she was a wonderful woman. She lived a hard life out there every day. I mean, it's rain or shine, she was out there.
Yeah, I
Pulling
know.
crabs.
See Earl Beavers in moderation.
Beavers in moderation.
You're killing me, Shannon. You're killing me, man. Well, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I'm tired. I got to get up and do stuff tomorrow. So I'm going to call it. Appreciate it. It's been a great podcast. Been great fun. It's been way over 3 hours. So, wow.
Yeah, very good. Next week you get the speaker coming in, right? You
Yes,
said?
absolutely. Amelia South. Awesome information, you guys. She's packed with information, does a lot of foraging. She has her own website, sells products, whatnot. So I'll be posting those links on there about her credentials and stuff. She's been on a couple of TV shows, been in magazines. Awesome lady. Those are stuff. So,
You'll recognize her once you see the links and stuff to her. I was
Yeah,
excited for her to see her.
I'm sure you will. We just talked today about it, and it's been confirmed that next week, next Monday at 7 p.m., she'll be on as a guest. I can't wait. Looking forward to it. I do too. 5:15. Good night, y'all. Yep, shots. Roy. Okay, one more shot, Roy. Call it.
One more.
This is the final one.
Yep, everybody in the comments makes it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you guys, without you guys, this wouldn't be. I mean, if it was just Lisa and I talk, we'd just be sitting here talking. So you guys make it what it is, and appreciate you. 100%. Really do. Cheers, y'all. Ding, ding, ding.
It does make it a lot better because we think of things and then you guys think of things that we don't think of and add humor to it. And
collaborate. Like I said earlier, you guys know a lot of stuff about herbal stuff that Lisa and I have no clue about. So
yeah,
we're getting educated too. So we love it. We all learn together. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Always one more. Yeah, well, that was the last one. I'm done. I'm done, y'all. I got to work on this new podcast coming out. Be sure to check it out. So we're going to be posting stuff little by little to give little hints of what's going on and what it is. It's going to be a good time. It's only going to be once a month just because of my time schedule. It gives me more time for a personal life and doing stuff for me and my family and whatnot. But if it kicks off and does great, we might go to twice a month. So, but we'll see. And just be watching for stuff. It'll be out there. about this new podcast. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of good ideas to share, and we're going to rock it with it. So we'll see what happens.
Be exciting.
wanna
I see
hear
a teaser.
The
Yeah,
hints have been, the teasers have been out there, Shadows. And Shadow, you're the only person besides me and my co-host that know who the co-host is.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, Jason Kendall, how you doing, buddy?
hey, how are
Yeah,
you?
it'll be out. We're gonna be releasing who it is soon. Got a couple more teasers I might throw out there, but after that, it's just kind of trying to hint around to you guys who it might be. Great
That'll be
guy.
cool.
Most of you know him, so it's all good.
The alcohol administrator. Big
Yeah,
A,
you are at that, Shadow. You are at that for sure.
the double A.
All right, you guys. Been awesome. Jason, sorry I came in late, buddy. Getting ready to call it a night after 3.5 hours. So had a great time. Looking forward to next Monday. Be sure to tune in on that when we have Amelia South on here. Very informative. You guys learn a lot. So be sure and tune in. Good night, everybody. Love you.
Night, everybody. Love you guys. Thank you.
Boop. And
Good
boop.
morning. Oop, I lost you. Off he goes. It says it's still live, though. It says it's still live. He pushed the wrong button. Yeah, that Amelia No BS is her page there. And I like her. I think it'll be neat to watch. Wonder if Mark knows he didn't push the button, because I don't have no button. I don't have the buttons like I do on the militia page. I don't know. Alicia show, yeah, here I am. Close and personal. Holy crap. Hi. Send Mark a note. Did anybody send Mark a note yet? We are still live out here, bud. He probably sees my message. He's like, what's Lisa want now? I just signed off. But I see a couple of hers, and some of the stuff that she has is neat. She's got a store and stuff. You could buy stuff off her store. But she does a lot of videos. She does a lot of going out and foraging by herself videos. I just sent Mark a text, says, we're still live out here. Whoop, my battery's gonna die. I'm down to 5%. I better plug in. Plug in. Hopefully. No. What am I there? Sorry, guys. I pushed the wrong button. I pushed the wrong button. It's not gonna go in there either. Sorry, guys. Ooh, there we go. Let's see how that works. Can I hit it? There's a joke there about hitting. There we go. I think I'm plugged in. Yep, I'm plugged in. David Dance in the house. The after hours show, yeah. Just behave yourselves. don't behave no worse than normal. And say I sent Mark a message, but he's probably looking down going, what the hell does Lisa want? He's like, we are? Yep. It's still ticking. 34, 35. He said he probably saw my message. He's like, now what does she want? I expect him to pop in and pop back out. But if you look her up, Amelia, no BS. I can't remember what he said her last name was. But if you just search, you just search Amelia, no BS.
That's funny. I could have swore I shut it down.
Well, I did too, and then I'm like, oh, he's gone.
Oh, I just took myself out. That's why I didn't end the stream. I just took myself out.
Yep.
My bad. I swear. Yeah, a few more shots, right? There, you guys keep putting me in there.
Blame it on that cigarette.
All right, I am going to end it officially right now.
Bye, everybody. We love you.
Sorry.